race we have in store for us today, with a competitive field ready to do battle once again. Hold on to the edge of your seat. It's time for another Formula One Grand Prix. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the Chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Formula 4 Racing. I am See Me Skate, and with me, well, for the first time, for this very, very new part of this league, welcome. Hello there, Housey. How are you, mate? Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to check your audios because they're not coming through. Just 1 second. Try now. No, I'm not picking up your audio. Just give me a second there, Housey. Yes.
Hello, testing.
Yes, we've got you, Housey. Sorry, we had a couple of bugs there, but yes, now we have you there. So, and the widgets aren't working. Let me just do a bit of a test to Okay, that should come up. So, sorry to all those out there. Anyway, welcome to Formula 4 Racing. And yes, this is a very unique league. Of course, the boys have chosen their teams. It went into a pot system. And, well, there you go. So, we've got Team 1. Team 1 is, well, they're with the white liveries. That is Hello Kitty, excuse me, and that consists of OSRL Shaq, Macedonian, Mr. Fury Strat, and Suicide 5. We've got Team 2, that is of Nodsty, TCF Old Boy, who unfortunately is missing. Team 2 is Team Rockstar. Excuse me, guys. We've got also Blue Dog and Brad Tay in that team as well. Who else have we got there? Housey. Team 3 there, I do believe, is excuse me, I've got to double check this. Team Jaguar, exactly right. Sorry, guys. And we've got the Kraken, Rip the Beans, Darkness Abyss, and the Stig in that team. Team 4 is Monster Energy Racing, and that is Nat Hammer, 2-5, Kyotonic, and Chasey Dane. We've also got Team 5, and that is Golf Racing, and that consists of One Slick Mofo, Johnny M4, OSRL Bozza, and Reedy, of course. Now, we do have some action out on track at the moment, guys, and of course, the first one out, a bit rusty. You'll have to bear with us, of course, and get this first one out the way. But who else is out there on track, Housey? Who was the first one to blink in this session?
I think it was Chasey Dane.
There you go, Chasey Dane, of course.
Looks like Chasey Dane, the Team Monster Energy.
Of course, he certainly is. And it's going to take us a little bit to get our eyes into gear, of course, guys. There is 4 drivers per team. More emphasis on the team aspect of this sort of league, if you will, there. Hello there, Housey. So it'd be interesting to see how the boys get along. I do know a lot of them are in party chats, and well, like I said, they did have a hand. They all had a hand in designing their liveries, and well, there you go. That is Team Monster Energy, and that absolutely looks fetching on the stream, if I do say so myself, mate.
Yeah, it's very nice. Some good liveries the guys have come up with. I have to say my personal favourite is the Hello Kitty team livery.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it is quite fetching, that one there too. There is a Hello Kitty car on track at the moment behind Chasey Dane. Who is that at the moment? There's a couple of them out there on track at the moment. Shaq, The only one that is in the pit lane is Suicide
I
5
think
of
it's
that team.
Macedonia.
Macedonia's out on track, so thank you very much. But yeah,
Macedonia.
we will pick up Chasey Dane's lap, of course, the first one to blink here at Formula 4. And, well, just looking forward to seeing what he can do. Of course, Chasey was put into pot 4. And, yes, no, the follow alert hasn't worked there, X. Unfortunately, it's needs a little bit of tweaking. And, yeah, we'll get onto that ASAP, of course. But, yes, bit of teething issues at the start. It's to be expected, of course. But we'll sort that all out in due course. How's he?
Let's hope so. Yeah, obviously everyone just needs to bear with us slightly. Being the first one, it's been a couple of weeks since we've done any commentary, and with the new game and some people new systems, it's been a bit difficult to work some stuff out, but we'll get there.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So, yeah, Chasey Dane, here he goes there with a 50.4 in that second sector there, Housey. So not too bad. While we wait for this track to rubber in, of course, Paul Ricard. You either love it or hate it there, Housey. What are your particular thoughts regarding this track, mate?
I like the track, I just don't like the side of the track,
No,
to be honest.
yeah.
But,
all the red and blue stripes, correct?
yeah, just it plays a bit with my eyes, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
actual, from in-car point of view, it's not a problem. It's just when you're in our position here in the commentary box or watching the real race live on TV, it just trips me out.
Yeah, well, there you go. So Chasey Dane is about to set the first time run, and it is a 1 minute 30.8. I'll quickly flick down to Macedonian. You did say he was out there on a lap. He crosses the line right about now. He sets a 1 minute 29.6, and that is that Hello Kitty livery there, folks. We're going to spend a bit of time on these guys just to show you what they created. Have a look how good that looks, and I would love to see that under lights, to be fair. It is a fetching livery, but the name, the name is very unique, and all credit to those boys. We'll flick up to the Stig because the Stig just set a 1 minute 29.5, and we'll pay a bit of homage to this livery, of course. In the European side of Formula 4, there was a Team Jaguar, and well, they've gone with the same team name, but of course, we've adopted that here in the Australian part of Formula 4, of course, and that is it there. Team Jaguar, fetching livery, that one there. But, excuse me, and the one we haven't picked up, to be fair, who else is there out on track? I think it might be Brad Tay about to cross the line. Yes, it certainly is. I believe that is Team Rockstar. So, yes, Brad Tay is about to cross the line, and he sets a 1 minute 30.2, puts in P5 at the moment, Housey, but that is the livery of Team Rockstar. And, yes, quite glossy. It shines in the sun. It must gleam of a night time, mate. It should come out really well.
Yeah, Chasey Dane on another lap. They're just about to go across the line. Sorry, I was having a few audio issues there myself this end. I've got them sussed, so I'm back in.
Very good.
I'll pay attention now.
You're right, mate.
For some reason, Cody dropped all my game audio from me, so I had no audio.
You're all right, mate. It does happen.
No
It does happen, of course. Rip the Beans, unfortunately, has invalidated One Slick Mofo. Now, this guy has got some pace. He's one to watch throughout this season. He was a pot one driver. He's a pot one driver, of course. And every team got one pick from each pot, and they made up the team of 5 individual teams, of course. And yes, 4 drivers in each, and that's how they were created. And yes, One Slick Mofo in Team Gulf Racing. And I tell you what, that livery looks really good as well. He's getting a nice little handy tow from his teammate. I'm not too sure who's that in front of him. It must be, or could be guessing at this point, could be Johnny M4. But yes, One Slick Mofo, there he is there. He sets a 49.2 coming through that second sector, and that looks unbelievable, that livery. And yes, let's just see what One Slick Mofo can do here, Housey. As I did touch on before, we do have experience with all of these gentlemen on track, and they are all here for a reason, of course. They are strutting their stuff in the, in this particular field. This is an invite-only particular league, and, they're here, they're all here, and they're all clean, they're all quick, and looking forward to these phenomenal battles that we're about to see here in this particular league.
2.5 just about to cross the line to set a time, does he? Yes, he does. Goes 10th for a 1:31.5. in that Monster Energy team, I believe it is.
And one slick mofo betters that. He sets a 1 minute 28.872, puts him top of the tree there, Housey. Fantastic stuff there. I do believe there are 2 Team Jaguars. There is Darkness, who is invalidated. Rip the Beans, who is out there as well, yet to set a time.
Macedonia. Macedonia about to cross the line, just exiting the final corner. He's obviously already 6th, but he's been looking to improve. Let's see what he does. Can he improve across the line? He doesn't. Oh, yeah, he does, just slightly. Moves himself up to 5th. In that Hello Kitty Racing.
Yes, that Hello Kitty Racing. Exactly right.
Got Rip the Beans next.
Thank you, Housey.
Across the line for Jaguar. He does set a time. 1:29. So slow coming through. 1:29.5 from Rip the Beans. Puts him into P5. We should also mention that we've got a reserve out on the track today. So in for TACF Old Boy is Black Moon, who is donning the incorrect livery for reserves, but he will be the only car that is not the same as the rest of them, if you know what I mean. If you catch my drift, he's in a white, I think he's got a white with an orange tail fin, which, or is he? Yes, where is he? Yes, there he is.
Okay, so we'll ride on board.
He should be in a black and red car.
Yeah, he should be. He absolutely should be. But we'll give it a bit of a pass here for round 1, unfortunately. So, yeah, I did tell him to select that one. He must have...
Rip the Beans has gone round. Yeah, I saw that, yeah. What? Rip the Beans has had a bit of a spin coming down the main straight in that little chicane in between the 2 straights.
That's okay there, Housey, because I think Darkness Abyss is about to set a time here, mate. He crosses the line right about now, and he sets a 1 minute 29.2, and that puts him P5 in Team Jaguar. So great lap there from Darkness Abyss.
We've got Kyotonics next up. Just entering the 3rd sector now for Team Monster Racing, Monster Energy.
And I'll tell you what, that livery will beam under lights, I reckon, there, Housey. That looks fantastic when the light shines on that a certain way. But yes, Kyotonic. Kyotonic has definitely got some great one-lap pace in him, and he's got to put it together over a Grand Prix weekend. But let's just see what he can do. He sets a 1 minute 29.460, and that puts him P8 there, my friend.
Rip the Beans is coming in. So who else we've got? Suicide 5 about to set a time. Got a 1:29.7 on the board already. This Hello Kitty team is looking to improve. Let's see if he does.
Oof, no, he certainly doesn't.
No, doesn't improve in position anyway. So we've got a few guys coming into the pits here. Try and pick up who's next.
I think it might be Nodsti. Nodsti's yet to set a time. He was a pot 1 driver. He's a pot 1 driver. He is in Team Rockstar, and there you go. He sets a 129.465 and puts him up into P9. I do apologise, Brad Tay. Just missed your lap there, but unfortunately was not quicker.
130.2.
Yeah, so there you go. He's in P17 at the moment there, Housey. Yet to see laps from the Kraken. The Kraken is currently out there at the moment on a timed run, and so is Nat Hammer. But the Kraken, I do believe, is furthest along. I'm going to keep an eye on this lad. This lad was a pot. The 2 pot 1 boys left to remain to set times. Yeah, Shaq's. Where is Shaq on the list? He's in P6. He's in P6, so we're going to...
keep an eye on him for a minute.
Yeah, what's his name? Kraken. The Kraken there, mate. He's in Sector 3, and he's coming around these last couple of corners now. And let's just see what the Kraken can do. Has impressed on this new game as the Kraken. He's gone up a little bit in speed, if I do say so myself. But he's about to set his first time run of this session. It is a 1 minute 28.7. If you don't mind, the Kraken puts it on top of the tree.
Who else we got here? So Nat Hammer's just about on his lap now, just coming into the last sector. So we'll see what he can do, driving for the Monster Energy team.
Oh, and there you go. We've got B-Flow, who has followed us from where we were to where we are now into this chat. And how are you, my friend? Yes, Kraken's #1 fan, B-Fly, as Nat Hammer sets a 1 minute 28.9, and that puts him in P4 there, Housey. So this session has slowly dwindled away pretty quickly, mate. Well, that didn't even make sense. Slowly dwindled away pretty quickly. Well, here we go. Yeah, we'll just go with it. Yeah. We'll just roll with it. The first one of the season, why not? But yes, who else is out there? Is anyone out there on a lap that you can see there, mate?
Kraken's on a lap. Kraken's on a lap. Yeah, Team Jaguar. Kraken's on a lap. Just exited the straight, coming down into sector 3 now. He's backed out of it though. Just as we jump on board, he backs out of it. So let's find somebody else.
That's all right. Chasey Dane looks like he's on a lap, but he's gone wide there in sector 2. Excuse me. So yes, we'll just.
Also was on a lap, but he's backed out of it. They're all backing out of it. What's going on?
Well, they certainly are.
They're going again, I think.
Well, just have a look at these times, though. You've got Pole on a 1:28.7, and you've got P15 on a 1:29.5. So it's less than a second to that dropout zone, mate. So, yeah, it's very competitive here, Housey, and I'm looking forward to seeing how competitive this gets out on track.
That's what we expected.
It's exactly what we expected.
As you say.
Yep.
These are VIP drivers for us here. We know them all. Obviously, we know what they're capable of, and they really are capable of some great racing this season. I'm really looking forward to the progress over the season. I mean, there's no driver here who, I wouldn't happily have sat next to me as a teammate or in a lobby with me. They're all great drivers here, so there should be something special. It really should. And it should be a tight field the whole season, I would say.
Yeah, most definitely. I totally agree with you there, Housey. As we are watching Johnny M4 now, we do know a lot about Johnny M4. He's just last season. I mean, we were other leagues. We were, and of course, in the tight realms of Australian racing, of course, everyone sort of knows everyone, and we all know Johnny M4. And last season, he just couldn't put the whole Grand Prix together. He's got some phenomenal over one lap speed, so I expect to see him very high up in the qualifying order, if I do say so myself. But yeah, hoping this season he can get his mojo back, if we like to say, and throw together a complete weekend there, Housey.
Yeah, obviously we should mention as well, anyone just tuning in, obviously the boys know this, but this is a new game. Obviously not everybody had it straight away. There's a bit of difference in time levels to what people have been able to put into the game so far, and things will only improve as the weeks go on, and people, Johnny M4 spun it at turn 2 after just setting his lap. But I'll go back to that. Obviously things should improve as we go on. I think people are still playing with assist levels and getting used to the characteristics of the game and the handling model for the car and things like that. So it's a bit of a wildfire one, this one, round one. I know a few of these boys are obviously been doing some practice races and things like that, so they do have some experience, but it's only going to get better.
Yeah, of course.
Like finding the limits and sort of stuff like that.
Like absolutely anything. I remember back in the we can go back as nearly every game if you like there, Housey. It's always the same until
I can do that.
until we get
veteran.
Yeah, we can, until we
our age,
yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't going to go there, mate, but anyway, we will watch the man with the it's all in his name, Mr. Fury Strat. Loves an aggressive Fury, loves an aggressive Strat, there's this lad, and he's about to cross the line of his second time run here, and he sets a 1 minute 29.161, 1/10 quicker than his previous best, puts him into P7 there, Housey.
Darkening up, Skate.
It certainly is darkening up, and the boys out there did say it was going to be a wet race, so
well, this is going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
Well, hang on a minute.
It's raining.
It is raining.
It is raining.
What
I've just seen it. I'm on board with 2.5 and it just started raining.
I'll tell you what though, Housey, we're going to keep an eye on the knockout dropout zone. And yes, P16, 17, 18, 19. And I don't think so either. If the track's starting to wetten up now, I tell you what, it's anyone's game. But people in the knockout zone,
is about to do a lap.
Well, there you go. He's about.
You might just get an improvement, but
it is very tight though there, Housey. It is very tight down the bottom. He does improve, but he only improves by 5/100ths of a second. Johnny M4 is currently out there, but he's invalidated. Brad Tejas, you are right. Rightly so in saying so there, Housey. He comes across that last corner. He's pedaled down. Let's just see what he can do. He sets a 1 minute 29.4 P12. P12 gets himself safe. Well and truly out of that drop zone. Suicide 5 is still out there. He can still go again. Johnny M4 has invalidated. Reedy has invalidated. Black Moon is in the garage. So, well, there you go there, Housey. Wow. If you wanted some,
Blue Dog about to set another time. He's safe, but
wanted some spice,
set another time.
just add some water, and well, there you go.
Oh, it does go quicker as well. Blue Dog's managed to find some time.
He did in Team Rockstar. He said at 1 minute
Although
28.878.
He is a wet weather master.
He really is. He really is.
He's very good in the rain.
Loves the wet stuff. Does Blue Dog. So, well, there you go. I think that's qualifying done. We've got the Stig out there at the moment, but I don't know, mate. This
Johnny M4 is out there.
The stuff's fallen from the
Johnny
sky.
M4 just coming to the last corner, but
nah, it's invalidated. He is invalidated there, Housey.
It is. So it is. My bad.
Is invalidated. Suicide 5 is well down on his previous best. He will be knocked out in this Q1. So we are looking at the Stig at the moment and Reedy. Where is Reedy? Reedy's invalidated. So it's only the Stig that we are looking at. Trying to get a nice little cheeky toe there off Brad Tay. But let's just see what the Stig can do. Well, does this car? He's invalidated. That is it. That is it, folks. And yes, Q1 is done. And we have our knockout zone. That is the Stig. Suicide 5, Johnny M4, Reedy and Black Moon as a reserve are all out of this session. Well, I'll tell you what.
Wow. Well, that was a bit of spice, wasn't it?
That was a bit of spice. Have a look at those times, though, Housey. I reckon this rain caught them all off guard.
28, 24, 34. So we've got 2 seconds between first and last, basically. Which is I'd say that's a very, very good close field there between all 20 drivers.
Well, yes, Lance can only get closer to it as the season develops.
Exactly,
So,
as
we have said, yeah. So, well,
this will be interesting though. With a bit of a wet race, I'll tell you, this is going to be epic. Because,
I was not expecting that rain to come through Q1. No way. Wow.
No, neither was I. It just said it got dark, and then like literally the next second, it was like there it is.
That's crazy.
That happened quickly.
Crazy. It did, and it caught a lot of guys out, just as it caught us off guard there, Housey. And, yeah, we'll get the timing screens to come up very shortly, of course. But, well, folks, there you go. Q1's thrown us an absolute doozy here at Formula 4 Racing for the first one of the season. A little bit of weather here at Paul Ricard. And, well, there you go. We have our knockout zone. So just wait for this screen to rotate over. But yes, the Stig, unfortunately, in P16 is out of this session with a competitive top lap time too there, Housey. Not too bad from the ladder. 1 minute 29.599. And then you've got Suicide 5 in P17. Unfortunately, out of this session with a 29.718. And this countdown clock's going to beat me before I get to the end, of course. We've got Johnny M. There it is. There it is, guys.
Johnny M4, yeah.
So
Johnny M4, the only one that's not in a Pop 4, to be honest with you. The other guys are all Pop 4. Johnny M4 being a Pop 2 driver. Black Moon obviously a reserve. So a few of the Pop 4 drivers have gone out, which maybe, if you're going on the Pop system, maybe you'd expect that if they're slightly slower than the other guys, but we're talking marginal, of course.
Exactly right, exactly right. And unfortunately losing Reedy as well there in P19, and as we did touch on, Black Moon as the reserve in P20.
Cody's is playing Havoc. This is a problem I had as well with the profile. Nodsty and 2.5 have become Spanish for the day. I've had this problem myself, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm sure 2.5 will welcome his ethnic roots.
Hola, ¿cómo está, boys?
Yeah, of course. And, well, yes, a lot of Aussie flags there, mate. Yes, it is the Australian side of Formula 4 Racing, of course, and that is where we are from. And, yes, the rain is coming down, folks. And we'll just get these tyres on. So, yes, of course, they've all selected the Inters. To no surprise there, Housey. And, well, there you go, mate.
No,
there you go. So, well...
A couple of cars getting ready to get out there. I mean, like I said before, with the rain, I mean, again, most people have probably, unless they've had some practice races in the rain, most people only practice in the dry. So this is really going to spice things up here. It really is.
Exactly right. Now,
Obviously,
who was the first one to blink here?
I think it was a Jaguar again. I'm not sure if it was Beans or Darkness Abyss. I can't see until they're on the track.
Macedonian. It was Macedonian.
Macedonian.
So there you go. So, Macedonian first to dip his toes in on the wet stuff here.
That is wet as well.
Yeah,
Come on, look at this.
It certainly is. And, well, I mean...
That is wet.
Knowing from experience, though, Housey, every time that there's a league race at France, it tends to be a bit of weather, but not this much. They're expecting a wet race. I do remember reading there from the Fall of Cybertron, so that is Darkness Abyss, and he said prior to we started that, yeah, definitely a wet race. So anyway, Macedonian, first one to blink here in this Q2 session, Housey, in that, well, how good does that livery look? Wow, Team Hello There Kitty Racing, and well,
I love it.
It looks absolutely brilliant. All credit to the boys who designed that one in Team Hello Kitty, and well, it does look like a great. It is a great livery.
Having two daughters, I'm a bit partial to pink, so I have to be.
Well, of course you do. Of course you do.
My girls will love this one. I'll have to get them to tune in one day. They'll be cheering on Team Hello Kitty
yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
Although
right.
obviously their allegiance do lie with Uncle Blue.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. So, yes, and of course, folks, you can catch the Formula 4 European boys, and that is on Monday, 8 p.m.
Later on.
Yes, it certainly is later on. Yeah, a few hours to be exact. Probably about 7 hours by now, to be exact.
8 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, roughly. So, yeah, catch them, of course. They're the ones who created this magnificent league, this magnificent concept. And while the way they go about their stuff is unbelievable, I highly, highly recommend everybody catch what those boys can do out on track. Of course, Infamous Pillars, the inaugural champ of Formula 4 last season.
Yeah.
And, yeah, all credit to him. Phenomenal job in the end, and it was all about consistency, Housey. We do talk about it week in, week out when we do commentate, and that certainly is the aim of the game. So,
DRS is still active. Sorry to chop you off there, but DRS is still active, which is slightly surprising.
Yeah, well, I mean,
however, it has stopped raining. It has stopped raining, and has it stopped raining? I think it has stopped raining.
Well, I'm on Macedonians on board, and I cannot see rain, so...
No, me neither. It looks like it's almost starting to dry up a little bit.
This is very interesting.
Oh my God.
A bit of a mixed
It's
bag.
like a yo-yo,
This is what the boys wanted, of course. Well,
they just want to mess with us.
A bit of tongue in cheek. Yes, I mean, they wanted to put on a good show, of course, but they're getting a mixed bag as One Slick Mofo has retired from the session. What has happened? One Slick Mofo's out. He's out. Oh no, that is huge.
So straight there. How has he done that?
I'm not too sure. Coming out of that chicane there, maybe got maybe too greedy on the power there, Housey, and around he went. We're just trying to pick up who is near him.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
I think it might be Brad Tay.
I'm on board with 2-5. He's in that wall on the right-hand side after the chicane, as you predicted. Must have lit it up on the curb.
Certainly
into
so.
The wall. So that's a big one. So we're going to lose. Oh, hang on a minute. 2-5's off as well. Sorry. Getting excited.
That's all right.
So it is. I think it's drying up.
It's drying up.
I don't think these venters are working.
They're cooking them, I think, mate. So I think they're gone. Yep, absolutely gone. So you are spot on there, Housey. So, yeah, look at all the action in the pit lane. There is no one continuing on this lap. So definitely going to get...
Yeah, Fury has set a lap. But a 114 point... Oh, I can't see it. It's purpled out. 140.8, but that is, with this track dry, and that is not going to stand. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got the Team Jaguar boys of... Who was that? Kraken and Darkness Abyss having a race in the pit lane. That one's going to be reviewed by the stewards.
Well, there you go. So, early call there from Hello There, Housey. But we are watching Blue Dog at the moment. He is on a timed run there, folks. He's the only one out there, on a timed run on the softs at the moment. So, the rest of us, you can see, are either A, in the pit lane, or B, on an out lap. So, yes, we are watching Blue Dog here, and we're just going to see exactly what his Sector 2 is like. It's a 51-0. I'm getting no luminescence from the track map there, Housey. So I don't know if he's gone purple or anything. Yeah, so a bit of a strange one, considering Fury Strat set that time. Same with Brad Tay on a set of inters there, mate. So, yeah, interesting to see what Blue Dog is doing out there. Yes, he is in team.
Is he going to back out of this? I don't know. He might back out of this one. He might want to go for the mediums, obviously. Now it's dry. We've got the medium soft tyre compound, obviously, to start on. Mind you,
Exactly.
if it's wet race, then I guess it won't matter.
Well, I mean, as you...
I'd be very surprised. It must be raining for the start of the race, because Blue would have set a time on mediums, I'm sure of it.
Well, he sets a 1 minute 30.9, and we do know he can go a lot quicker. He did go a lot quicker in Q1, so we'll just leave it with him at the moment. Maybe it's just a bit of a cider, of course. Early doors at the moment. Who else is out there on a lap at the moment? No one, to be fair. I think it might be just Brad Tay trying to get back to the pit lane. Yeah, so the rest of the lads are all out there on an out lap. I think the furthest one along is it Rip the Beans or is it Chasey Dane? I think it might be Chasey Dane. It certainly is Chasey Dane. So, yes, Team Monster Energy. There is that fetching livery there, folks. And Chasey Dane entering that last corner now to begin his time run in this Q2 session. So let's just see what Chasey Dane can do. And away he goes. Yes, well, we'll go on board with Chasey, of course. Now, it's brake late as you dare here. Clipping this apex and settling the car. Don't bite too much because it tends to wash out on that left-hand side. Flat out down towards the end of Sector 1 here. Yes, this is a flat-out brake late as you dare. Hook it into the left-hander. Be patient, wait for the front end to the bite. And here is the end of the first sector, and it is a 22.349. And yes, that corner there is absolutely beautiful, but you get your line slightly wrong, and it absolutely hampers you down for this long run down this back straight. Now, of course, Housey, this is the corner. This is the corner where a lot of lads tend to overthink it, overbrake it, and muck up their entry. But Chasey Dane, so far so good. Looks like he's absolutely nailed that one there, mate. Approaching the end of the second sector, he sets a 49.829. So very respectable from the lad. Let's just see what he can do coming around this very, very tricky downhill braking late apex corner.
We have got Kyotonics about to set a lap. Sorry to chop you off. Team Monster Energy about to set a lap time. He goes pole with a 29.0. Sorry to cut you off there.
That's all right, mate. No problem at all. So, yes, Chasey Dane coming around these last couple of corners now. The last corner. Here he comes. Chasey Dane in Team Monster Energy. Let's just see what time he can set. It is going to be a belter. It is a 20. Oh, no, it's not. It's a 29.7, but puts him P2. 7/10 off Kyotonic.
Is going to be next. So, Rip the Beans on the soft tyre. He's about to cross the line. Let's see what Rip the Beans can do. He's about to set his lap time, and he does so with a 1:29.8 to put him into P3.
Who else
Nat
is
Hammer about to cross the line now.
Thank you.
Hammer about to cross the line. And he goes into second with a 1:29.2. Got a couple flying across the line here. Can we pick him up quickly? It's OSRL Bozza about to set his time. And he does so with 1:30.0. Goes into P5. Gets moved down to P6 because, was that Macedonia that jumped up there?
Yes, it was. Macedonian sets a 1 minute 29.360. Sorry, folks. Just trying to get used to this.
2.5 is next.
Thank you there very much, Housey. I was trying to get used to where I was at. I lost my point there for a second. And, well, there you go. So
Team Monster Energy car of 2.5. Obviously, both cousins here today, the 2.5 and Suicide 5. Both great lads, to be fair, on and off the track. So let's see what 2.5 can do. Obviously currently in the drop zone. He's got the soft tyres fitted. He's about to cross the line. Pedal to the metal. What's he going to do? 1:29.4 puts him into P4, so a decent time from 2.5.
It is Nodsty who would be next.
Nodsty next.
Going across that DRS line. Letterbox rear wing open. Crosses the line. He sets a 1 minute 29.483. Puts him P5 there, Housey.
Chasey Dane's going in the pits. Then Nat Hammer, he's on a slow one. Who have we got? Macedonia's down on his time and invalidated. So we've got OSRL Bozza. Let's see if he's still on another lap. I'm just picking him up. I'm not sure if he's going to pit.
He's invalidated, yeah.
He's going to pit.
So it is OSRL Shaq, I'm seeing at the moment, who's out there on a lap.
2.5's on another.
Is he?
2.5's on another, but he's just invalidated. Yeah, he's just invalidated at the chicane down a straight. So
and Nodsty is behind him. Let's just see if Nodsty is on another push lap. We'll just have a look here because he's approaching the end of this second sector.
On the mediums as well.
Yep, exactly right there, Housey.
To note, only one at the moment who's set a time on the medium tyre which, I don't know, like I said, if it's going to be pouring down with rain at the start of the race, the medium's not any advantage here.
No,
Unless it's going to dry up and you've got more sets of soft towards the end of the race, perhaps?
exactly right. I think...
Maybe?
Well, Nodsty is definitely not on a push
Unless
lap.
he's
He
just
was...
banker.
It was
No,
2
he's
seconds
slowed
slower
down
than
now.
his previous best. So we'll keep an eye on
We've got
OSRL Shack.
OSRL Shack.
Yes, one of the quicker lads. He's a pot 1 driver, is OSRL Shack. And, well, we just call him Shack because those sleds, they come out a bit funny sometimes, don't they? And,
Yeah, we don't want to advertise OSRL here. This isn't OSRL.
So, yes.
We're calling Formula 4 Shack.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Let's
Shack...
change his name for this one.
Shack, here he comes around this last corner now. A very, very quick, a very impressive driver is this lad, and looking forward to seeing what he can do, of course, over the journey. But he crosses the line now. He sets a 1 minute 29.5 on the medium, and that is P6 there, Housey.
Round. Rip the Beans has lost it at the end of the first sector, so he's going to have to go again. He is on an outlap anyway, but he's lost it on his outlap. The Team Jaguar car, just trying to get used to, bear with us, because we're trying to get used to what colour dots are what on the track as well.
Yes, exactly right.
It's all very well when you see the car, it's not a problem, but when you're just looking at dots, you're like, yeah, you know, the orange ones are instantly going, oh, that's McLaren. It's not McLaren at all. It's Team Rockstar.
That's right. I mean, it will take us a week or two just to get into the groove, of course. But yes.
I don't drink, but it's like I've had like 10 pints or something. I don't know what's going on.
We'll get there. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there. Brad Tay currently out there at the moment, looking like he's on a bit of a push lap as we speak. Yes, we'll just say yes, he certainly is. Well, I mean, if that last time he beat was on a set of inters, so this will be his first representative time on a set of softs. We'll keep an eye on Brad Tay, of course. Now, this guy can race. He's very consistent.
As well,
well, he's very consistent, Housey, as we do know from knowing of Brad Tay. Mr. Inconspicuous is what we used to call him, folks. And, well, next thing you know, he was up there on the top end of the timing charts almost every week, week in, week out, just going about his business. So looking forward to seeing how Brad Tay gets on here in Formula 4.
Actually surprised. Yeah, I was surprised actually when I saw the draw to see Brad Tay in pot 4. To be honest.
Yes, well, we all were. I mean, that's well.
I mean, I know we've got fit people in here, you know, everywhere. It's not necessarily these pots. I don't think they're necessarily 100%. You know,
well,
pot 1 is the fastest, and then so like you know.
Well, yeah, they were. No, they actually were.
I suppose you saw it on the times. Yeah, you saw it on the lap times, but obviously this is. I'm going off last year's experience.
Yeah, on the new game, I think.
Brad Tay anyway, about to set his time.
I think Brad Tay is he's just struggling with this new game. To be fair, a lot with a lot of other people as well.
I will.
So I mean, as the season develops, the boys will start to come into their own. That's from top to bottom, and but from a starting point, Stanview, the teams are very, very evenly balanced in my opinion, and looking forward to seeing how they all get along in the team environment.
Rip the Beans just coming out of the last corner. He's already got a lap on the board of a 129.8. Sorry, let's see if he can improve this. He does so. He goes top of the tree with a 128.5 with a beautiful sunshine now. This track is coming to the driver's gate. We've got 26 seconds left of this session. So currently in the drop zone, we've got Blue Dog, Fury Strat, One Slick, who are definitely going to lose after that crash. We've got Darkness Abyss and Kraken. So 2 Jaguars.
Well, here comes Blue Dog now. He's about to cross the line any second now, Housey. Sorry to cut you off, mate. But he sets a 1 minute 29.2 and puts in P4 behind him, I do believe. Oh, I'm not too sure. I just missed that lap. I do apologise, folks. I think Mr. Fury Strat is in that, well, he's in that third sector at the moment. There is a few in front of him. Brad Tay is definitely in front of him coming around.
OSRL Bozza.
Thank you, Housey. And OSRL Bozza,
yes,
he does. P2 from Bozza as Brad Tay's about to cross the line now. He sets a 1 minute 29.672. P10. Chasey Dane, he's out there at the moment, level pegging with his previous best.
Fury's next, and he's currently in the drop zone.
Oof.
This would be a shock if Fury goes out here.
Well, it certainly will. It certainly will.
Team Hello Kitty, can he get himself out? He does, and goes into third. Who's that coming across the line? Is that a Jaguar?
Darkness Abyss crosses the line. He sets a 28.9.
Out too. Left it to the last minute there, Darkness Abyss.
P3, mate.
Confidence for you.
And I think
Who
it
else
is
has got
only
on a lap?
Chasey
Can
Dane that
anybody
can
change it?
change this running
true.
order. So we're going to keep an eye on Chasey Dane. This is where the action's at, folks, because he's the only one that can change the running order according to that screen anyway. So let's just see what Chasey Dane can do. He's in this third sector, this very twisty,
wide
technical
there. He's a bit
third
wide.
sector. So yes, let's just see what he can do. There's the pit lane entry. Chasey Dane trying to hug that apex. He's, very late braking, of course, is around here at France. But let's just see Chasey Dane. He's
Oh,
about
not
to
a great
cross the
exit.
line. It's not a great exit, as you did touch on. As he crosses the line, he sets a 29.7, and that puts him into P13. And that is it. We have our drop zone there. So we've got our top 10 order.
Nodsty in the chat saying, Chasey, please don't do it to me. Well, you're lucky, Nodsty, he didn't.
You're very,
You owe him a
very
beer.
lucky. So there you go. Well, Nodsty survives, not
Nodsty
by
on the
much.
mediums, though.
Well,
yeah, and on the mediums.
not
On the
by
mediums
much,
as
not
well,
by much
so-
at all. Because look at Shaq, and Shaq is just behind Nodsty, and well, to lose Shaq through a Q2 session is a bit of a shock. Same with Mofo. Excuse me, folks. But yes, well, I mean that is
Kraken. We lost
racing.
Kraken. Kraken's a pot 1 driver. One Slick is he a pot 1? He is a pot 1. Chasey Dane's a pot 4. Brad Tay is a pot 4. And we're not going to call him that. Sorry, Shaq is a pot 1 driver as well. So we've lost 3 pot 1 drivers there. So there goes your theory about pot 1s being faster.
Well, I mean. Yeah. Back to old housey, are we?
Yeah. We're just gonna.
You're gonna have a whinge again, are you, mate? So,
well, of course. Wouldn't be the same if I didn't.
there you go. We've got the two Spaniards, P9, P10. we've got Shaq there, unfortunately out, P11. Brad Tay, P12, Chasey Dane, P13, Mofo, 14th, and the Kraken in P15. So that is our top 10, folks. Bit of a, maybe the guys are just getting used to it still. Expecting, Grand Prix is not guaranteed, of course. Anything can happen and usually does, as we do like to say. But that is a very interesting Q3, sorry.
We've got Bopton tuned in the chat.
Hey.
Hello, Bopton. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Bopton.
Little face from last year. I do think was he here, but he couldn't commit because of work. I think
yeah, he's still in
job or some new hours or something.
Bopton is in the Formula 4 server, of course, and he will be more available in about 2-3 weeks' time, I do believe. But yeah, all because of work, of course. So Bopton, welcome, mate. Good to see your face there, and hope you're well. There you go. And Infamous Pillars is in the chat, folks. Yes, there he is there. The inaugural winner of Formula 4 last season.
Golf
yes,
racing
and
driver, Infamous Pillars Golf Racing. He is the pot 1 driver for their team.
He certainly is. And, I'll tell you what. Got some decent competition do they have, as we've got Sandeezy there as well. How are you, mate? And good to see you there, Sandeezy. Yes.
They're all coming now. Look, it's like the buses arrived. Here they come. And we've got Nodsty's the first one to blink here for this Q3 session. Obviously, we do need to mention points for pole position skate. I believe it's 2, is it not? 2 points for a pole?
Yes, exactly right. That's a good point, because I should have taken
the point system. Yeah, you should mention that.
I should have taken a screenshot of that too, to be fair. But yes, the point system, folks. So you get 2 points for pole position, 1 point for fastest lap. For first place, you get 22 points. For second place, you get 19. Third, 18. Fourth, 17. Fifth, 16, and so on and so forth. All the way down to P20, you get 1 point for P20. You do not get any points for a pit and quit. And, there you go. So, yes. And
that's one thing that's going to be a bit spicy this year with the point system. Everybody at least scoring some points. So at least there's going to be drivers with points on the table. We're not going to see tables like we have done in other leagues where some of the drivers are going to be sat down there with 0 points. Everybody is gonna score with a bit of luck, and hopefully that should make everything a bit tighter, in terms of the league.
Yeah, exactly right. And of course, the emphasis is on the team. So I mean, if you take the selfish route, so to speak, and do the old pit and quit, which we all despise. That would be a team, well, a minus points to the team, of course, and yourself in that particular championship. So every little bit helps, as we all do know, chasing championships and trying to win these ones. We are only here in round 1 here in France, in Paul Ricard, France. And looking forward to getting this season. Well, this season is already underway here in Formula 4 racing. And, well, this track is an absolute special track to be involved with. Round 1, of course. Now, we'll talk about the, well, predictions, of course, and the calendar layout. More so the calendar layout than the predictions, to be fair. The calendar is more of a random. We are very unique here at Formula 4, like I did say, and you can see for yourselves at home that we use the multiplayer livery. There are 5 teams, 4 drivers in each team, all designed on a pace-based system, and to make the teams even, the boys design their own liveries, of course. There they are there. We are watching Team Rockstar at the moment. That is Nodsty, their Pot 1 driver, attacking this track here at Paul Ricard, of course. Yes, in this Q3 session. So, and yeah, so the calendar is not typically how the Formula 1 calendar is. It is a bit of a mixed bag, of course. Yes, we are starting here at Paul Ricard. Next week, we are off to Baku. So, yeah, there's a bit of a mixed bag there. It's all swapped and changed and bits and pieces like that. But Nodsty is about to set his first time run here in a Q3 session of a 1 minute 28.350. And I do believe Bozza is next with a 28.813. Fantastic stuff. Racing. I think it's Darkness Abyss sets a 1 minute 29.287, and his teammate in Rip the Beans is behind him there. There he is there, just going past pit lane. Oh, he certainly is. Look at that time. So he will definitely go again. And yeah, he's charged up his battery.
Fury. I don't know who's in front of Fury. Is that Beans?
2.5 at the moment. He's in front of Mr. Fury Stratton. 2.5 sets a 1 minute 29.508. That puts him in 4th position. Macedonian is next with a 1 minute 29.823 and puts him currently P5 there, Housey. Kyotonic, I do believe, is the first of the Monster Energy cars, with Nat Hammer on an outlap behind him, I do believe. But yes, Kyotonic, here he comes now. Now this lad, we did touch on him in the Q2 session, but yes, he has got a lot of pace. And well, here he comes, Kyotonic. Crosses that DRS zone there. The letterbox rear wing opens. He's about to, well, no, he can do better than that. He must have made an error somewhere. That is a 1 minute 31.671. We do have Fury Strat out there, yet to set a time. He does have a Monster Energy car. I do believe that is 2.5 in front of him, if I'm not mistaken, because Nat Hammer is currently miles away from that point. So, Mr. Fury Strat on another lap here, I do believe, Housey.
Yeah, I'm just riding on board with Beans, seeing if Beans is going again here. Obviously, he's already got time on the board. Is he going to dive in the pits? No, he's going to keep this lap. So Beans is going again, 2nd lap on these tyres. Had a bit of a whoopsie on the 1st lap, but he's gathered himself. He's going to set his time now. Just crosses the line now with a 28.6 and puts him into P2. It's a good lap from Beans.
2.5 slightly goes quicker too.
Yeah.
With a 1 minute 29.7.
7.
That's right, 29.270. So puts him up in a P4 there, Housey.
Next for the Rockstar. Not Rockstar.
Monster Energy.
Monster Energy team. The first blooper. Jeez. 2 license points for me.
That's exactly right.
Take him on the chin.
That's exactly right. Oh, mate, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, of course. Round 1 here. Getting our eyes all focused back into commentary. And, well, there you go. A new sort of format for us, of course, to commentate on. Yes, the liveries, the dots. There is not 2 per team. There is 4 per team. As Nat Hammer crosses the line and sets a 1 minute 28.915. And that puts him in P4, Housey. So slowly, these boys are starting to get their eye in, so to speak, as Blue Dog makes an appearance on an outlap, of course. Is there anyone out there on a time run? Rip the Beans. I'm not too sure what he's doing.
He's just slowed down. He's on his 3rd lap on those tyres, so
yeah. So
he's going to put S5s on a slow lap. 2.5s on a slow lap. So he's going to be coming in for a fresh set. We've got I would tell you how long we've got to go, but we've got a yellow sector 3, which is blocking the time. Beautiful work, Cody's.
Well, you know what the good thing about that is? It's the same for everybody, I suppose. So, anyway.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'd like to see the time, to be honest.
Yeah, there you go. It's 4
There we go,
minutes
4
and
minutes 30.
38. You can't even adjust that, unfortunately. So we had to look into
No,
that.
I know, that's the point. In this game, I spent ages trying to find out, because I would normally adjust my screen and move things around and that.
Yeah, of
I
course.
spent days trying to find a way to do it, but no, it doesn't seem you can do it on this game. So Cody's going backwards, which is, yeah, typical. Take something that works and then just, yeah, we'll bin that one off. We don't need that anymore. So we've got Nethammer, but he's slowed down in the last sector, so I think he's going to be pitting. So these boys are just waiting, I think, for the right time for the track. Obviously, I think Blue Dog's... We might as well follow Blue Dog's gate, because Blue Dog's just about to start his lap. He's a bit out of sync with everybody else, but that's how Blue Dog rolls. Me and him, we do personally like to have our space on track and just get on with our own thing. So you will find, at times, the likes of Blue Dog just a bit out of sync to everybody else. So he's coming down into turn 1. Got that nice into the left-hander, flicks it over to the right-hander, good exit, hard on the power, down into this little tight sequence, gets a nice bit of inside curb there on the right-hander and the left. Tricky little braking point here for the right-hander. This double right, triple right can squeeze you here, very easy to run wide. He looks fairly clean, doesn't catch any apex on the straight, which can be another doozy, can send you into a spin. So now he's got that letterbox wide open. He's full chat down into the heavy braking zone, using a bit of apex there, nice bit of apex on the inside. A little wide, a little bit of understeer, which has been, again, from what I've seen in chats, there's been a bit of complaint about understeer here in this one. We'll see whether it gets patched out, but obviously if you've got too much understeer, you need to look at your setup or go a bit slower, perhaps. A little bit wide there into that long right-hander, but he's picked it up nicely. Takes a wide line into this left-hander, into the last sector here. Hard on the power now, coming around this right-hander towards the pit entry and the penultimate corner. It's looking good. Nice little touch of the apex there. How much apex is he going to take? No curb on the entry into the last corner. And he's going to come over the line. That was a lap with Blue Dog. Let's see what he sets. It's a 128.5 and puts in P2, so a great lap from Blue Dog there.
Yes, a very good improvement there from Blue Dog. Puts in P2, as you did touch on, Housey. We are watching Bozza. Bozza is on a time run in the third sector. Now this
run wide though.
He's won. Whoa, and he's lost the back end. He's lost the back end, and around he goes. So Bozza is
all came from running that little bit wide. Just put too much steering lock in, trying to get back to the line with a little bit too much throttle there. These are the fine margins that we have to deal with, but again, as we've previously said, things will improve. You know, this whole just where to pick up the throttle and how much you can put in. Obviously, some people are running pads, I think, some people are running wheels, and some people running traction control, some not. But they'll pick it up. Obviously, each track's a little bit different as well, so it's really just time on the game. These drivers are gonna get a lot better as the season goes on. But the sky is still clear, so I don't know where this rain's going to come from the race, Skate. But
yeah, I'm not too sure either, mate. It looks absolutely...
Have they sold us a bit of a doozy there? Have they just...
Quite possibly, unless they're reading the the weather map wrong there, mate. I'm not too sure, but I seriously doubt it. We did not expect any rain in the qualifying sessions, of course. We did get a light sprinkling there in the end of Q1, I do believe it was. So it changed the track, so to speak, and it is absolutely it's absolutely a picture here at Paul Ricard. So
about to set another time. Rip the beans, about to cross the lap. Sorry to cut you off there. It doesn't improve. Stays where he is in P3 at the moment. So these boys out for their final run now. We've got 20 seconds left on the clock.
They certainly are there, mate, and we are on Kyotonic, of course, furthest along. He's only in sector. He's only in sector 2, so we'll keep an eye on.
This is going to be close to making this. Come on, he's got 5 seconds. He's not going. Is he going to make it? Sorry, 1 second. I don't think he's made it. Oh, I think it's going to let him have it, but I'm not sure about that. Who we got? We got Fury Strat spun it, so Fury Strat is done. He's going to start P10.
There you go. That's what happens when you leave your time run towards the end. We are watching
Bozza goes fourth.
towards the end of his lap. And, well, Bozza is fourth. Yes, he's not going to set another time run. So Kyotonic is the furthest one along, of course, coming through this last corner now in Team Monster Energy. Let's just see what Kyo can do. His previous best is a 1 minute 31.671. But Kyotonic crosses the line just about now as it's a 1 minute 28.6. And that puts him P3, Housey. P3.
2.5. Next along.
He certainly is.
2.5, and I'll go back.
He certainly is. 2.5 is up on his previous.
Macedonia's done.
Well, 2.5's up on his previous best by just over a tenth there, folks. And, yeah, he's currently sitting in P7 at the moment. So a decent showing from Team Monster Energy, of course. They've got 3 in the top 10 and doing a fantastic job. But, yes, 2.5, he's about to set his time run of this Q3 of a 1 minute 28.670.
Nice.
And that puts him P4.
Good time from 2.5. We've got Darkness Abyss about to set a lap.
So Darkness Abyss, his previous best is a 29.287. He's about to cross the line. He sets a 1 minute 28.807 and jumps him up into 7th position. Behind him, I do believe, is Nat Hammer, who's unfortunately invalidated. Macedonian
Bozza.
in the pit lane.
Bozza.
And Bozza, where is he? There he is
improve.
there. And he has improved slightly, but
improve.
yeah, there you go, P6.
There's P6.
So that is qualifying done there, folks. We have our first running order here in Formula 4 Racing. Fantastic stuff. Yes, Nodsty, pole position. Blue Dog, P2. Kyotonic, P3.
Yeah, great job.
2.5, P4. Rip the Beans, P5. Bozza, P6. Darkness Abyss, P7. Nat Hammer, P8. Macedonian, P9, and Mr. Fury Strat in P10. And there he is there, folks. Mr. Fury Strat in the chat as Racing Life. And, well, there you go. Did not set a time, unfortunately. And, well, the 2 Spaniards, P1 and P4, how's he?
Those Spaniards, yeah. Damn them. Look at that. Those Aussie boys are not going to be happy about that. Spaniards coming and ruining the party. But it's okay because they're going on a siesta now, so they'll miss the race start.
Well, that's exactly right. So, well, there you go. On race day 1 here, folks, Team Monster Energy with 3 of their cars in the top 10, which is fantastic. You've got 2 from Rockstar Racing, 2 from Jaguar, and 2 from, of course, Hello There Kitty, and 1 from Golf Racing. So, well, the field spread out a little bit there, but I'll tell you what, Monster Energy Racing, phenomenal showing in that top 10, but have a look at it, Housey. Raining cats and dogs here at Paul Ricard. Wow. They did say the rain, and here it is. Have a look at it. Have a look at it. Oh, well, gee. Best from the warmth of the commentary box here, Housey.
Yeah, crack that heater up a little bit. I'm getting a bit of a chill. Yeah. Might have to put a jacket on.
Exactly right. So, well,
this is going to be an exciting race.
It certainly is.
Let's hope we don't get a turn 1 like Hungary yesterday in real life.
No,
I'm not going to mention names in case anybody hasn't seen anything.
Exactly right. So,
but it's worth watching. It is. Well, I'll tell you, me and Blue Dog were watching that race yesterday, and we were like screaming at the TV. It was epic. It really was.
I mean, as the commentators were saying, excuse me, that it is known for well, some bit of excitement at the Hungaro ring there in Budapest in Hungary. Yeah, fantastic race it was. Yes, we won't give away, or we won't say anything, of course, but yeah, there you go, just in case people have not seen it. But we'll go through this grid, this running order, our first ever running order here. Hello there, Housey, at Formula 4 Racing. And we've got Nodsty on top of the tree there in Team Rockstar, followed by his teammate, or one of his teammates, in Blue Dog. Blue Dog, great showing there in Q3. Up there in P2 in Team Rockstar. Kyotonic is in P3. Now that is Team Monster Monster Energy, folks.
Monster
and
Energy.
Team Monster Energy. Yes, P4 is is 2-5 in
2-5.
Team Monster Energy.
teammate.
Followed by him is Rip the Beans in Team Jaguar. Then we've got Bozza in Golf Racing, of course. There he is there. Bozza in P6. Darkness Abyss, Team Jaguar in the green livery car. There he is there. Nat Hammer, of course. There he is there in Monster Energy. P8 he did qualify. We've got Macedonian. Hello there, Kitty, is that livery. And there he is there in
Kitty.
P9. He's Macedonian. Mr. Fury Strat in
Teammate behind
P10. There he is there, Mr. Fury Strat. And we've got
three in a row?
Shaq in
That is three in a row, isn't
P11.
it?
Yes,
It's
the
three
three
in a row.
Hello Kitty
Yep,
cars.
three kitties in a row.
Nose to stern. We've got Brad Tay in P12. There he is there in the final Rockstar car. We've got Chasey Dane in Monster Energy Racing in P13. One Slick Mofo slightly out of position. Well, out of position.
Very
Quite,
out of position.
Yeah, quite dramatically. In Golf Racing in P14.
One to watch here.
We've
for
got
sure.
the Kraken there
Who
in
spun that? Who spun?
That was Rip the Beans.
Beans.
We've got the Kraken there
Nice.
in P15, Team Jaguar. The Stig in P16, Team Jaguar. We've got Suicide 5. There he is there in Hello Kitty livery. In P17, Johnny M4 is Golf Racing. Johnny M4. Reedy is his teammate. There he is there in P19 is Mr. Reedy. And Black Moon has got the wrong livery. He is a reserve. And there he is there in P20. So we will sit here and wait for these famous 5 red lights, and we'll get this one underway.
Indeed, let's see what we've got. I haven't seen any of these lobbies yet to see whether the starts are a bit better than the last game where we get lights but no revs or anything like that. So we'll see. Bear with us here. This is going to be chaotic off the start, so here we go.
So, according to that, we've got 4 lights, 5 lights. We don't have any sign of revs,
no
so
revs.
it's pretty much the same. We've got revs now, though. It's got a lot closer, though, Housey. And we are way here at Paul Ricard, France. Great start by Aus Div, but Tonic has jumped Blue Dog up into P2. Have a look at this. They are 3, 4, 5 wide going into turn 1. So far, so good. Very, very good by Blue Dog, and 2-5 kept it clean. All they are nose to stern. The 2 Jaguars touch. There is an end plate, or is that a bollard? We've got a couple of spinners. That is one Slick Mofo. Johnny M4. Not too sure what has happened there. No, Johnny M4 is still going. It is OSRL, Bozza, Mofo, and Fury. There they are. They're at the back of the pack. Where is Brad Tay struggling? They are all struggling for grip here, folks. We go back up to the front, but Nodsty has decided to check out Housey. He is in P1. Already got a 1.2 second lead over Tonic. Unbelievable.
Johnny M4's just gone past Suicide 5 for P15 towards the back end of the pack. Just give it a couple of laps here. Obviously, again, first time with the timing tree. Don't know whether we've got the timing tree glitch that we used to have either. It looks good to start with, so hopefully...
Oh, Bozza's going for a move. Bozza's going for a move on the Stig. Oh, we got a massive tank slapper in conditions like this. Had to back out of it and had to tuck back in behind the Stig. But Shaq looking very racy at the moment as we've seen a move for position on track. That is Nat Hammer and Rip the Beans side by side. Have a look at this. And yes, he certainly is. Oh, a bit of a tank slapper from Beansy as Nat Hammer easily slots into P7. And there you go, folks. We'll go back down to the Stig because Shaq has just got by the Stig. And, he's going to stretch his legs a little bit. Macedonian, one of his teammates is in front of him. From a little bit of a slow start from Shacky Boy, he's starting to move his way back up to the field. Johnny M4 is, Bozzo is going into the pit lane. Johnny M4 takes over P16, excuse me, as I lose that bottom end of the tables times. But yes, Rip the Beans, there he is there. He's tucked in behind Nat Hammer. And I dare say, Housey, knowing these two, this is going to be a battle all the way from start to finish, mate.
Yep, so it looks like Bozza the only one to pit there, so I'm just keeping an eye on him, see if he's got damage. He has got damage. He does have a front wing fitted. So hard luck for Bozza.
Oh, sorry there, mate.
Brad
I
Pitt's
did see
also
a
in.
massive tank slapper from 2-5 there coming out of that corner. I'm not too sure which one it was, but he's got his teammate in Nat Hammer all over the back of him. Now, this is a pot 1 versus pot 2 versus pot 1, and Nat Hammer, I wonder if they're going to get team orders for, 2-5 to just move over to let Nat Hammer release Nat Hammer, the alleged quicker
Round
driver
one.
over 2. And there you go. It is...
Anyway.
He's going to, he certainly has. And there you go, they have swapped positions. Up into 6th position is Nat Hammer versus 2-5 into P5.
Macedonia's going to get 2-5 here.
He certainly is
He's got a good
there,
run
has
out
he?
the chicane. He's got the inside line, so that Hello Kitty car is up the inside of us. Oh, yes, he gets that move done, Macedonia. And his teammate now of Shaq also looking at the back of 2-5. 2-5 just struggling.
Oh,
there.
he's got it.
He's going to go up the inside, he does. There's a good move there from Shaq.
Great move by Shaq.
Nice
Oh,
little-
massive tank
2-5
slapper.
retired.
Massive tank slapper from, Shaq there, and he's managed to hold that position. But yes, Suicide 5 has retired. And what has happened there? We have a VSC. We have a VSC,
Into the
folks.
long right.
So, there you go, folks.
Ball with Bozza.
Not too sure what has happened there.
Sector 3 into sort of the double right-hander. I'm just on board with Bozza. I'm just gonna
Oh,
see if I
there
can
he
pick
is
up
there,
F5's
folks.
Car. There he is on the inside. How has he done that? That's a strange place to crash at that point.
It certainly is on the inside
sure
of that
we'll see him
corner,
in the
but
chat in a minute.
I'm sure we will. But of course, tricky conditions here at France.
Look at
And,
Notts, though.
3
3-second gap.
exactly
Oh,
right.
changing.
Well, I mean, we're still under VSC, Housey, so that'll bounce out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I have heard also as well with this game that sometimes it doesn't give you a delta time under this virtual safety car. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard people saying that you don't get a delta time.
Well,
so
you do get a delta time,
or
you just
don't
get no-
the delta
you get
until
no warning.
Till the end.
Yeah, you get no warning
Right,
about when it's
okay.
about to end, so...
So maybe these guys playing it a bit safer.
Yeah, that's right.
Kraken gets a penalty. There you go. Speeding under the safety car.
And that's
He's the
exactly
first
what we
one
were just
to cop a
talking
penalty.
about. Yeah, exactly right
There
there,
we go.
Housey.
We've gone green.
So, yes, Nodsty is
Got a move
stretching
going
his
on
legs. 2.7 seconds over Kyotonic.
Darkness.
But, yes, Darkness Abyss right up the gearbox
Looking
of
at
Blue
Blue.
Dog here. And, Blue Dog's putting his car in all those right positions. But I think Darkness has got a great exit coming out of that, and I think he's going to get it done. Yes, he certainly is. Before the corner, and that is a great move there from the Jaguar driver.
Kraken's there as well.
Well, Cracker's
Kraken's
gone
up
on the
inside
inside.
too.
Cracker's gone on the inside, and what a move! What a move
Got
by
it
the
done.
Kraken! And Blue Dog has dropped down a couple of positions from P3 to P5 after those last sequence of corners. Those two Team Jaguars absolutely bullied him out of the way, and away you go. So we'll go further down. I think we are looking at Rip the Beans trying to make a comeback here. He's in 10th position after a bit of a horrendous start, from his standards anyway. Him and the Stig are nose to stern as well. Notice, the two Jaguars on different parts of the
Two
grid
Jaguar boys.
fighting together at all costs. And yes, they have got 2-5 in Team Monster Energy in front of them. And there you go. There you can see what the drivers have to contend with on board with Rip the Beans there. And conditions aren't too bad, folks, but the rain is steady as we move back up to the top where Blue Dog is starting to, it's there and thereabouts, nose to stern. Very tricky conditions. And of course, no DRS is allowed or enabled through conditions like
know.
these.
Even Black Moon's second penalty now. He's got had a corner cut penalty. Now he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So not going too well for the reserve of Black Moon today. I'll just run you through quickly. Position changes. The most position changes is Kraken at the moment. Up P4, up 11 spots. Biggest loser is Bozza, down 11 spots in P17.
Yes, very, very good. And the penalties at the
Fastest
moment.
lap. Who's got the fastest lap? Bozza with the fastest lap at the moment with 1:41.7.
And the Kraken has got a drive-through penalty, and Black Moon, as you did just touch on, has got a 5-second time penalty. So that's where they're all at, folks, unfortunately. But yes, Johnny M4 is...
Third, look.
Well, not only the battle for third, we've got a battle for 13th.
Shaq
Johnny
as well.
M4 is shaping up
Up to seventh.
Chasey Dane here, mate. And it would have been a risky move to go in there, but he's been lining up Chasey Dane the last couple of laps.
Bosses
And I
around.
think he's going to get this job done here, mate. They've got a yellow flag in Sector 2, but we are watching Johnny M4 and Chasey Dane. This is going to be an overtake and a half if he gets this done. He's lining him up. But Chasey putting that car all in the right places and saying, no, you don't, Sir Golf Racing. You've got to get by my Monster Energy
goodness.
Racing. And
Here we
yes,
go.
Chasey Dane has stretched his legs a
Here we
little
go.
bit.
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my God! Sorry, Kraken and Darkness Abyss have just smashed into each other on the pit straight. They're battling over third, and Kraken's hit the back of Darkness Abyss. I
Oh,
don't know whether there were some team orders there, whether Darkness backed out of it, and Kraken just slammed him in the back. Oh, has he got damage? He's surely got damage. Sorry for that.
that's all
Yep,
right.
Kraken has got front wing damage. That
Well,
was
there you
sorry, I
go.
know he was concentrating on a battle.
Team
I
Jaguar
think Darkness
fighting
should be
and
all right.
tripping over
Yeah,
each
that
other.
is- ooh.
Oh, so there you
I'm
go.
not
There
quite
might
sure who the head the team principal is, but I think there's going to be some stern words later on. That was a little bit messy. I'm not sure whether Darkness just backed off the throttle to let Kraken through or what, because it was a bit of a strange move. The Kraken was like trying to take the slipstream of Darkness, but either got it wrong or Darkness lifted and he just clipped the back of him.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Could have been a major accident, to be fair, but they did get away with it fairly lightly for
well,
what could
I
have
mean,
been
they were comfortably
a race over
P3,
situation.
P4.
Yeah, they were.
I
They were.
mean, now
So that's
Darkness is
allow
going to be out of
Blue Dog and
sync.
Nat Hammer to know.
He's going to be out of sync. He has to
Kraken's
change his
gonna have
front
to
wing.
box as
Well,
well.
he's got no front wing whatsoever.
Kraken, yeah.
Kraken is missing end plates, so
Yep.
it's just hampered both their
Darkness hit
races.
the pit wall
Yeah, not
itself.
too sure what's
Yep.
happened there. So
Bad move
anyway,
for Jaguar.
we are under green conditions. Nodsty
Green racing.
enjoys a 4-second lead
look
over
at
Kyotonic. Blue Dog is sitting in a great position too, considering Kraken
gonna pick up
has,
P3 again in a
well, he
second.
certainly does, but let's not forget Nat Hammer. Nat Hammer is all over Blue Dog here, folks, and this is a battle for 4th and 5th. Of course, Kraken slightly out of sequence. There you go, Kraken diving into the pit lane as Blue Dog will resume and take over 3rd position, followed by Nat Hammer in P4, as there you go, they are all starting to sort themselves out now. Macedonian, what a start from this lad. He's up into 5th position, followed by his teammate in Shaq. Now, let's just see if these Hello Kitty boys can do a much better job of working together than what those two Team Jaguar boys did, tripping over each other, of course. This is for 5th and 6th, folks. We've got 2-5 there in P7, Rip the Beans in P8, the Stig in P9. Reedy with a great start from the very back of the grid. He's already up into 10th position, if you don't mind there, Housey. Chasey Dane into 11th. Johnny M4 in P12. One Slick Mofo just he's having a shocker, to be honest, by his standards today. In P13, we've got Mr. Fury Strat in P14. The Kraken in P15, as we did touch on, tripping over his teammate of Darkness Abyss, who has replaced that front wing. We've got Bozza in P17. Brad Tay in P18 and Black Moon in P19.
Nat Hammer just making a move on Blue Dog. Sorry to chop you off, but move for 3rd. Nat Hammer's up the inside of Blue Dog, so Nat Hammer takes over P3 in this race.
So that's a great move there by Nat Hammer.
Battle here between the Kitties. The Kitties, Shaq's up the inside of Macedonia. Cheeky little move up the inside into that right-hander. Gets it done, though.
Well, there you
Green
go.
As well.
I think Shaq's seen Nat Hammer get by Blue Dog, and he's thought, well, gee, I can't. Big bit of a tank slapper there from Shaq. Has he held it? He certainly has held it. And I think he's seen Nat Hammer get by Blue Dog, and he's thought, well, gee, I better get by him too. Can't let you get too far ahead, of course. We are on lap 7 of 27 here, folks. And Nodsty just sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
It's Fury. Fury's been round, or goes round in the last sector. Currently 14th. That's going to hamper Fury. I don't think there's any damage, just a spin. Although he's got... Kraken's coming in again. Kraken is coming in the pits again.
Well, it is tricky conditions here at Paul Ricard, of course. This track is tricky in at the best of times. And, well, I'll tell you what, these boys are doing a phenomenal job trying to keep it on the black stuff, of course, and race to the very, very edge of their racing. But, yes, Johnny M4 and Chasey Dane, if I do believe, these guys are still going at it, Housey. This is for 11th and 12th, believe it or not. And, well, this battle has been going for the last few laps. Rip the Beans is there and thereabouts in P8. He's looking at 2.5 at the moment. Just 0.4 of a second separates those two as OSRL Shaq has closed right up the back here of Blue Dog. He's slowly closing him. And he, like I did say before, he doesn't want Nat Hammer to get too far ahead. This is the closest battle on track. And
Nat Hammer.
Well, he certainly is, mate. He certainly is.
Pulled out about a second in that lap. Is he going to go for the cheeky dive here? No, not quite close enough. He thought about it, though, Shaq. Blue Dog just about holding. but this might only be a matter of time. Shaq looks like he's got a bit over Blue Dog on the brakes. Closing in on the brakes every time.
As we've got Xerxes in the chat saying, Chasey, channel your inner Alonso. He will appreciate that. Yes, Rockstar Racing, Monster Energy, Hello Kitty, Jaguar, they are the teams. Golf Racing, and well, we are watching Shaq have a good look at Blue Dog here. Like I did say, the closest battle on track, except for Chasey Dane, is about to make a move on Johnny M4, or vice versa. And yes, Johnny M4 has got that move done before turn one. Fantastic. That had been brewing for a couple of laps, and now he's got Reedy, his teammate, in front of him. And well, Chasey Dane's not done yet. Have a look at this. He's still all over the gearbox of Johnny M4, but there you go. I dare say that is safe.
Mistake as well, Johnny. Oh, I thought he was going to poke it up the inside there, Chasey. Johnny made a little bit of an exit mistake on the exit. Get your words out, gee whiz.
It's the first. It is the first one of the season, mate. And yes, this will get better as we roll on, of course. Get all those cobwebs out now there, Housey. And, well, the gaps have stabilised a little bit, mate. We are watching Shaq versus Blue Dog still. There's interesting to note, Shaq is quite...
The beans is close.
Well, Shaq is
close on
Shaq is quite competitive in the second part of Sector 2. And, well, then Blue Dog sort of stretches his legs there in the late...
holding his own,
yeah, with the late parts of Sector 3 and the early parts of Sector 1.
Seems to be braking. Shaq seems to close up on the braking, but Blue Dog seems to have some quite good exits. Obviously, if I know Blue Dog, I know he won't be running any traction, so that's not how we roll. So he's doing a good job at the moment. Keep our eyes on this Rip the Beans versus 2-5 battle for P7. It's closed. Rip the Beans is closing up gradually. Oh, he's got a poor exit though. It's going to cost him a bit. So what else we got? Shaq now right on the back of Blue Dog through this first sector.
Yeah, I think he's
this
just
is
sort
a
of
great
sussed...
battle between Shaq and Blue Dog.
Well, he sort of has, but I think he's sort of worked out where his strengths and weaknesses are, and now he's ready to pounce.
Is he going to make a dive here? Is he going to make a dive here?
Well, he's
is he going to
seen
make
an
a dive? He's
opportunity.
going to make a dive.
Oh, he's going to make it side by side. Blue Dog's hanging it in there, but no. Shaq, there you go. I think he's got the job done. And yes, he has. Yeah. So Shaq slots up into P4, Blue Dog into P5, and Macedonian.
Blue Dog could be in trouble. Blue Dog just managed, I think he's just going to be safe, but Macedonia had a good run. Blue Dog looking back at Shaq. Reedy's crashed. Does Reedy crash? Reedy's out. Where is he? Reedy is out. He's lost it on the exit onto the back straight.
There he is there. Reedy is there.
And put it in the wall.
And very, very easy to do.
Reedy, we've lost Reedy. So that's the second retirement of this race. Also lost Suicide 5 early on. So Reedy in S5. Unfortunately, going for an early shower here, as if they're not wet enough. At least it'll be warm.
Exactly right. As we've got Blue Burb 1. Hi, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm sorry, I'm not getting any alerts for the followers, and I do apologise, folks. We will have that rectified, and it sort of caught me off guard. I've just looked at how many followers, and well, folks, we do appreciate that, but I'm not getting any alerts, and it's catching me off guard. So everyone who has followed, thank you very, very much. It is very muchly appreciated, and we will get this alert box working properly for you next week. The same time, same channel, of course.
What's our aim? What's our aim for this season, Skate? Come on, let's put it out there early doors. What is the followers?
Wow.
What is the followers? What is the number? Come on.
I don't know.
Let's put it out there.
Look, I mean, we to be fair, I mean, we are looking just to enjoy our racing, to bring you guys and girls at home some quality on-track battles in a different format than what you not most likely see. I mean, I don't put, it's early doors. It's race 1.
I'm putting 200 on an early door, okay?
So I mean, we'll wait and see how we go. Of course. And of course, we'll always go nuts when we reach milestones, as we always do, Housey. Yes. And I won't
get some sound effects from Skate.
Yes,
Sorry,
yeah, well, I knew it was coming. But yes, we are looking at Rip the Beans. Thank you for the distraction, Beansy, because Beansy is hunting 2-5 as we speak, and this is
Still on the
P7
hunt, yeah.
and
He's been on
P8.
this for
Oh, he's
about
getting a
3 or
bit more
4 laps.
confident though. 2-5 a little bit wide.
Nah, it's
Beansy's
drying
gone
out.
inside line,
It's stopped
and
raining.
it certainly has stopped raining.
raining.
But it's sporadic though. It did stop a little bit there previously, and then start up again briefly, and then stopped again. So
Nah, the sun's coming. This is
these
going to
boys
dry
are
up.
getting a mixed bag here, Housey.
Yep, they certainly are. It's definitely an exciting first race. We've had a bit of everything here so far. Rip the Beans, yeah, still can't get this job done on 2-5. 2-5 doing a good job holding that P7 because Rip the Beans has been on the back of him for a good few laps now.
He certainly is. But I think Shaq is starting to close in on Hammer.
Blue Dog.
He's got Blue Dog past,
Yeah,
well and
he
truly
did get
past,
Blue
and
Dog.
he's reeling in Nat Hammer here, folks. And yes, Nat Hammer is in P3. Team Monster Energy are doing a surprisingly good, well, not surprisingly good job, a very good job. P2 and P3 at the moment in this field. Nodsty has just run away with it. Let's pay some homage to this Team Rockstar lad. Yes, driving like a rockstar is the lad. Team Rockstar, and yes, Nodsty 8.5 seconds ahead of Coyote Tonic. Nat Hammer and Shaq battle is about to begin right about now, folks. 0.5 of a second, and yes, Kraken sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:41.126, and there you go. They are still on intermediates. Now that the track is starting to dry out, Housey, they must be cooking.
Yeah, they will be. Rip the Beans has had with that battle with 2-5, he's had a bit of a whoopsie. So he's lost a bit of time now. He's a second back off the back of 2-5, so 2-5's just got a bit of relief. He just needs to calm down, keep his head here, 2-5. We'll see how long it's going to be before we're going to see slick tyres, but from what I can see and my experience, I would say it is going to dry up. Rain has stopped. It does seem to be getting slightly brighter, so I reckon within 2, 3, 4 laps we're going to see people diving in for the softs. Some of the guys towards the back might be the guinea pigs. Got nothing to lose. Maybe someone like One Slick, currently P12 out of position really for One Slick. Maybe he'll be the first to box to try and make the jump. Keep our eyes on it. OSRL Shaq right on the back of Hammer now.
He is. He's definitely searching for that opportunity where he can just make that move, of course. Been watching that telemetry, that interval drop and drop and drop. And I've been doing the same with One Slick Mofo. One Slick Mofo sitting there in 12th is really starting to close in on Chasey Dane there, Housey. And, well, I'll tell you what, folks, we're in for an absolute belter towards the end of this Grand Prix. Of course, this strategy will change. They cannot run inters for too much longer, of course. They are starting to cook, and maybe we're going to start to see some mistakes creep into these boys' game. Of course, hot tyres, cold tarmac don't really work too well, Housey.
No, certainly not. Again, it's another level for the drivers, you know, in their, what's the words I'm looking for, you know, their experience, their talent to be able to manage these conditions and just know where to push, when to push, when not to push. With these conditions, obviously, like we said earlier, people still getting to grill. Oh, sorry, Shaq nearly in the back of that Hammer there. Shaq's really good under braking here. He really is. I noticed it with him with his fight on Blue Dog, and now with that Hammer as well. He's got some great pace in the braking zones. That Hammer seems to, again, a bit like Blue Dog, pull out on the traction side of things.
Yeah.
But it's a close battle. Still the closest on track, although Rip the Beans has actually got past 2-5 now, so 2-5 must have made a mistake because Beans was about a second back from 2-5 after making a mistake himself, but now 2-5 is 0.8 back from Rip the Beans, so I think 2-5's had a little bit of an error somewhere. He's now sandwiched between those Jaguar cars.
Well, I'll tell you what, Housey, would you be, if you were on track at this point in time, would you be starting to look for the cold, wet patches offline there, just to keep those inters cool for as long as you possibly can? I mean, the longer you can sort of preserve them is, well, beneficial for your racing, of course. But yeah, like we did touch on, this is a drying line here, folks, and these inters will be absolutely screaming at them by this point of the Grand Prix. And, well, yes, we are on...
One Slick's closing right on the back of Chasey. We've got a yellow in sector 2. That is one of the Rockstar cars. Who is that? It is Brad Tay. Brad Tay's gone for a little spin.
Well, Brad Tay first to blink. He's the first one on the mediums.
Like it.
And, well, there you go.
Not ready.
It's not quite there
It is
yet.
not ready.
So there you go. Brad Tay, a very experienced driver, spinning there at the chicane in Sector 2 on that back straight there. But we are watching.
What? He's got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. He's just off the side of the track,
That's all
trickling
right.
along, getting out of the way of everybody.
I'm sure the
That's
stewards
harsh.
will do their own thing, of course, with all footage and all sorts of stuff given
OSRL.
to them. But
Oh,
yes,
sorry,
we are
Shaq.
watching Mofo and Chasey Dane. And
Have a
Mofo,
look at Shaq. Shaq's making a move. Sorry to cut you off. Shaq's making a move on that hammer. He's round the outside into the penultimate corner.
well, what a
They're gonna
move!
touch. They do touch. Nat Hammer's round. Oh, Shaq just cut him off a little bit there.
Well, there you go. So no visible
That's
damage to
bad
Nat
for
Hammer.
Nat Hammer.
But yes, he's dropped down to
No.
7th position. And, well, unfortunate from the lad. Of course, we do have stewards here at Formula 4 doing a phenomenal job. Aylin, the head steward, I'm sure he's going to have his hands full with that one. But yes, Chasey Dane versus One Slick Mofo. Now, this battle's been raging for a couple of laps here, folks. It is just 7/10 of a second now. And every time Mofo gets close, he tends to
seem to
drop
quite
back.
close
No,
in,
that's
can he?
right. He seems to drop
Yeah.
off a little bit. But Macedonian is starting to reel in Blue Dog ever so slightly. This is Team Hello Kitty versus Team Rockstar. And behind Hello Kitty, we've got Team Jaguar. Rip the Beans there in P6. And of course, yes, Nat Hammer in Monster Energy in P7. Unfortunately, we just seen him tumble down the field a little bit there after, well, we won't comment on that. It is all up for the stewards, of course. But yes, we are watching now Macedonian trying to reel in Blue Dog. I do believe it is one of the closest battles on track, apart from One Slick Mofo and Chasey Dane, all the way down there in the back straight there, all for P11 and 12. And, well, there you go there. Mofo still trying to get some, well, to get by Chasey Dane. Chasey doing a phenomenal job there in P11 there, how's he?
Oh, is that Brad Tay? Oh, sorry, that's Brad Tay just getting out of the way. It is Brad Tay getting out of the way. I was having a little check with Brad Tay just to see what his pace was like. He's definitely still not ready for the dries. And he's got another time-second penalty for his troubles for getting out of the way. He's going to be on the verge of getting disqualified soon. So currently the penalties as we stand, Johnny M4 has 3 seconds in 10th, Darkness Abyss has 3 seconds in 14th, Kraken has 6 seconds in 16th, Black Moon has 5 seconds in 17th, and Brad Tay has 20 seconds in 18th place. But those 20 seconds, to be fair, they're not Brad Tay's fault. He was just doing the right thing and getting out of the way.
There you go. We'll go through the position
So
changes as well.
got?
Johnny M4 up 8 positions. The Stig up 7. And we have Shaq up 8 positions. Unfortunately, the biggest loser of this Grand Prix to date is Bozart. They're down at 9 positions. Darkness down 7 positions as well. So they're the ones who have been, well, bitten by the unlucky bug, so to speak. And there they are, still battling it out here. But, well, there you go. Good to see them digging their heels in.
We are halfway through now.
Well, you certainly are. We're, well, a little bit past halfway through. And
yeah, just a bit. But how long are these inters going to go for, Skate? I mean, they're in a bit of a predicament now because they're going to be crying out surely to be changed, but you don't want to be coming in and putting another set of inters on, surely, because you're going to have to stop again for the dries not long after, I would have thought. This is taking a few laps longer than I thought to dry out, mind you.
Well, I think, where are we? The Stig at the moment is all over the back of 2-5. He gets a great run coming out of the chicane, but obviously tucks in on those double right-handers here. Yes, he is. Let's just see how he is under the downhill braking. A lot more confident than 2-5, but these three have been following each other nose to stern for quite some time now. And, of course, while Nat Hammer had to fall into that spot there, he was riding as high as 3rd position, well, a couple of laps ago, unfortunately. Well, a little bit of a lost control. Maybe not his fault, excuse me, but yes, finds himself down into P7.
Brad Tay still struggling on those mediums. I just checked back with him. So still not ready for the mediums, for the softs, or for any slick compound of tyre at the moment. So these boys are going to have to run these inters for a few laps longer.
I think so there, mate. And sorry to cut you off, but Rip the Beans is having a good look here at Macedonian. Macedonian, I do believe, is a sitting duck. Rip the Beans is having a good look here, mate, and I think he's going to send it under braking. Oh,
No,
crazy to send it there.
No.
Whoa, he got real little race he did rip the
but he
beans.
was a bit too far
And,
back.
well, there you go. He was a little bit far back. That would have been a lunge and a half. But, yes, Rip the Beans thinks better of it and tucks behind Macedonian. And this is going to be a cracking battle, folks. We've got a few throughout this grid. We've got the Stig versus 2-5. He's having a good old battle as always. Beans picks up a time penalty just then for his efforts. But, yes, the Stig and 2-5 on the back straight. Is the Stig going to get this done under braking? 2-5's got some phenomenal straight line speed. And one of the last of the late breakers, 2-5, tucks it in and puts it in front of the Stig. And there you go, battle resumes. So that is 8th and 9th there, folks. And, well, there you go. We'll go down to...
Beans. Oh, Beans having a look at Macedonia into the right-hander, sorry.
You're right, mate. No problem at all.
He can't quite get down. He's going to go for a cheeky move. He is going to go for a cheeky move up the inside to the second part of the right-hander. Oh, Macedonia's holding it, though. Good driving from both there. Good driving from Macedonia to hold the position. Rip the Beans is racy, though. He's going to have a look for the inside here into this penultimate left-hander. I don't think he's going to do it. Ooh, we've got yellow in sector 1. He's tapped him in the back. Rip the Beans, little love tap there. Saying, come on, Macedonia. Let's go, son. So we've got a few in the pits now, Skate.
We certainly do,
mate.
mate.
What they're putting on.
We certainly do. It'll be interesting to note which way they go. Of course, there's only 10 laps to the end. And, well, yeah.
Oh, Rip the Beans looking again.
And they tuck in. This is a cracking battle between Beans and
impatient.
Macedonian. He certainly is. He just needs to bide his time a little bit and pick his moment, of course. You don't want to do anything silly and end both their opportunities. But, yeah, certainly, mate. No, he has to tuck in.
Going to wait for the back straight.
Get a better exit coming out of this and use your track to the advantage. Yeah, that's exactly right, Housey. That's what you got to do. Use the track to your advantage. Oh, and Beans is around! Beans is around. He's in the wall. That's it. Beans is out. Beans is out. And there you go. Oh, no. On the wet curb around he went. We have a safety car, folks. We have our first safety car.
Here we go,
and this is it. This is action galore in the pit lane. So 10 laps from the end. Lap 17 and 27, Housey. And Beans trying to make a move on. There you go. Who was that? Macedonian. And, well, Beansy puts some rubber on the wet paint. And around she went in the wall. And, well, the rest is history. Beans out of the Grand Prix.
Yeah. That move can happen in the dry as well. It's a tricky little exit there. If you catch too much turb, it really can catch you out, and it has done. Interestingly, just a note there, from those front runners that pitted, so it was Nat Hammer, Kyotonics, 2-5, Nodsty, they all put on the inters again, apart from Kyotonic, who put on the mediums. So interesting, the guys did put on inters again. So we've got Shaq taking over the lead now, who's just pitted. So we'll see what he's putting on. Blue Dog doing a phenomenal job now in P2.
You're going to see the top end. Yeah, well, so there you go.
Are they going to go dries?
Nodsty obviously.
Least, what, 2 or 3 laps?
Well, Nodsty, Nat Hammer,
by the end of it.
Kyotonic, 2-5, and Black Moon all pitted when it was green conditions, of course. And there you go. So
and they've gone inters.
They've all gone inters, mate. So interesting. The track's not ready, so they're going to hang it out for 10 laps or so. 9 laps or so, Housey, on the inters.
The only one. Yep, Kyotonic and Brad Tay still the only ones on slick. Oh no, Johnny and Ford's
put on a set of mediums here, mate. So, well, going something different. Be interesting to see.
Kyotonics is coming in though. Kyotonics is coming in. I think he's going to put the inters back on. I think he's realised he made a mistake.
And Bopton in the chat just comes up with perfect time for the safety car. Yeah, well, yeah, perfect time for a safety car. We do have one, the Bopton, of course, and it has changed, mate. It has changed quite a little bit, as you can see. Only
puts back on the inters.
There you go. So we are under safety car conditions,
going to keep out here.
And I don't think it is. It is not ready. I don't think it is ready for slicks, Housey. If you look at the state of that, look at the state of the track.
I'm just watching Brad Tay. He's picking up some pace. To be fair, Brad Tay, he's out on his own.
Johnny and Four's around. Johnny and Four's around, and there you go. No, I don't think it is ready, mate, because he was only taking it easy and easily went around. He did at the beginning of Sector 2 there. Excuse me, folks. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 7 it was. I do apologise there, folks. And, well, there, Johnny M4, around he went on those slicks, those mediums to be exact. And, yeah, Nodsty, well, he leads this one quite comfortably. Well, he did prior to the safety car anyway. And that is Team Rockstar. There he is there, Team Rockstar, fetching livery. And, well, what a name to boot. We've got Team Hello Kitty. And one of the best liveries on the grid. Well, that's me and Housey. We're having a bit of a chat prior to going to air. And there it is there, the livery of Hello There Kitty. And Hello Kitty, I should say. And he is in P2, is Shacky Boy. We've got P3 in Blue Dog. He's another Team Rockstar member in P3. Macedonian Hello Kitty member, and yes, he is in P4, doing a great job, is the Macedonian man. We've got Stig in P5, Team Jaguar. Nat Hammer is fighting his way back ever so slightly. He's jumped up one extra place. He was P7 prior to that round of pit stops. Yes, he is in Team Monster Energy, P6. And have a look at that. We've got 3 Monster Energies, nose to stern. Chasey Dane, there he is there in P7. And 2-5 himself in P8. Mr. Fury Strat in P9. Hello Kitty livery, of course. One Slick Mofo has finally managed to find himself in the points, of course. And there he is there. Team Golf Racing. Kyotonic is in P11. The other Monster Energy driver, Team Jaguar, is Darkness Abyss. And the Kraken, there he is there, is in P13. Team Jaguar. Johnny M4 just leaving the pit lane and putting on another set of mediums to boot. And that is Golf Racing. We've got Bozza as well on the mediums.
He's just had a spin on those mediums, so he's not happy with those mediums. Bozzo, he's coming back in now. Is he going to put the inters back on? Again, realising he's made a mistake at this point in time.
We've got Black Moon.
It's taken a long time to dry up, though.
Well, it is a little bit, mate. We've got Black Moon out there as well. P16. He's in the reserve livery, but he's got the wrong one on. So that is not the reserve livery. He's meant to have it on, but unfortunately, it's a first Grand Prix, so we can understand some teething errors. Teething errors. Teething issues, of course. Yes, Bozza in P16. Brad Tay, there he is there in P17, and we are still under safety car conditions, folks. Just waiting for these lights to go out on the top of that safety car, and we will get us back racing, of course. But yes, Nodsty so far has been the talk of the town, mate. Done a phenomenal job in these conditions, how's he?
Yeah, he's really controlled, obviously, the first half of the race, just over half of the race, but now obviously we've closed back up, so he's lost, what did he have, about 8-9 seconds, I think?
Yeah, something. Yeah, about 9 seconds. Yeah.
It really was comfortable, but now he's going to have what, let's call it a 7-6 lap dash perhaps to the end. So the fight is back on, although you think hopefully with his early pace he'd probably be able to stretch his legs again. It's that battle for second and third that we're going to look at.
As Kyotonic gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So, ouch from Kyotonic. But I dare say this will be the last lap behind the safety car. I don't know why he decided to pit. He did have maybe made a bit of an error and is gone for a wing change.
No wing going on. No wing going. No, he's putting on a fresh set of inters. He's got to serve his penalty. He's putting on another set of inters. No wing. So that's a strange move from Kyotonic there. Don't quite understand that one. Johnny M4's in the pits as well. He's getting rid of those mediums. He's finally realised that it's just not right. He's also got a time penalty, so he's got to sit and wait. But he's putting those inters back on. So Brad Tay, still the sole only man to be continuing with these medium tyres. You've got to give him credit for trying to hang it out there.
Well, what I don't understand though is we are under yellow conditions, Housey, and it doesn't matter even if you do wait that 5 seconds in the pit lane, it does not come off the times because you cannot serve a time penalty under VSC or SC conditions. So that is in the rules.
They're doing it.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. It doesn't actually come off your time penalty. So if those boys were to check their penalties on screen, then they would...
Let's have a look at penalties.
Yeah, well, I mean...
6 seconds, Darkness Abyss for 10th. Kraken 6 seconds in 11th. Kyotonic 5 seconds in 13th. Black Moon with 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep, Black Moon's still got 3. Johnny M4's got 3, and Brad Tay we're not going to worry about. Safety car is in this lap.
He certainly is, and we're going to focus
Who's
on
got
Blue
the
Dog.
fastest lap at the moment? Let's have a quick look. Kraken's got the fastest lap at the moment in P11 with a 1:41.0.
He certainly does there. He certainly does, Kraken. But we're going to have a sprint.
Up the most places.
We are going to have a sprint to the checkered flag. We're going to have a 6-lap sprint here, folks. And yes, Nodsty leads this one, followed by Blue Dog and Macedonian up in the 3rd place. Fantastic stuff. Stig as well in P4. Fantastic to see. But yes, we are watching Blue Dog because I do not like to sit on the leader just because the boys might be watching this and it might give them a hint on when they decide to go. It's just a personal choice of mine. And well, there you go. So we will watch Blue Dog and we will wait for Nodsty to put his foot down and get this Grand Prix back under racing. But yes, let's just see what he's done. And, well, he's gone. Nodsty has gone. And Blue Dog was not caught napping there. He's nose to stern with his teammate. And, well, good restart from both those Rockstar boys. And, yes, P1, P2. We've got Nat Hammer having a good look here at the Stig. And behind them is Fury Strat having a good look at Chasey Dane. There is a battle down at the back of the grid. But, yes, Shaq is in the pit lane. Not too sure what has happened there. But the Kraken making a move as well.
He spun it out.
Well, Kraken is moved up a couple of spots into P10. There he is there, the Kraken. And, well, under safety car restart. These gaps are furious there. And, yes, the Stig having a good look at Macedonian as well. Nat Hammer all over the back of the Stig. So these boys at the front have really got to watch their tails. Can't get too focused on the guy in front, although you would absolutely love to. The guy right behind is there ready to pounce on any sort of mistake possible. So, yeah, there you go. Nat Hammer is trying to make amends for that, well, that little bit of a moment he had prior to safety car. And there you go. Well, Nat Hammer is all over the back of the Stig.
Kraken's got his teammate for P9. So the Jaguar Racing boys, 9th and 10th. Kraken's just got past Darkness. We've got a little battle. One Slick closing up on the back as well. So One Slick still out of the points. Very surprising with this. With One Slick, you'd have put your mortgage on him being up in the points. But
well, there is points all the way down to 20 there, Housey.
Well, that's true, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so, of course there is. And, yes, Johnny M4 is, well, he's all over Bozza there at the moment. We're going to see a position change as, oh, well, I think it's team orders. Bozza is struggling a little bit. And there you go, Johnny M4 up into P14. Kyotonic, he's going to make a move. Well, there you go, Kyotonic, Black Moon. What a move there from One Slick Mofo on Darkness Abyss. And Kyotonic, fantastic stuff. He's up into P10. And, well, great move there from One
Darkness
Slick
Mofo. Any of this. Darkness is coming back to Kyotonics. Ooh. He was up the inside of turn 1, but backed out of it.
As we'll go back up to Nat Hammer there, Housey, because Nat Hammer is all over the gearbox here of the Stig. We are on lap 22 of 27 here, guys. And, well, this one has almost gone by the blink of an eye. Yes, it has been tricky conditions, but these guys have adapted absolutely perfectly. And so far, so good from the lads, as Nat Hammer is starting to reel him in. He's reeling in the Stig. Is he going to get it done under braking? No, he's not. He's just a little bit too far back, and One Slick Mofo has crashed. He is down at the chicane, I do believe. Oh, no, he's not.
No, it's on the exit. It's on the exit, that same place that Rip the Beans lost it on the exit.
And we have another safety car here, Housey. And, well...
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I can't see his car.
His car's just disappeared.
It's on the screen, but I can't... Yeah, and, it's still on the screen, but... So One Slick, no, we've lost One Slick, so that's our 4th retirement. One Slick, Rip the Beans, Reedy, and S5, we've all lost from this race.
There you go, and it was interesting to note, Nodsty had already built up at nearly a 2-second lead over Blue Dog prior to that safety car. So safety car comes back out again, gives us a chance to reset, which is, well, there should be 2 to 3 laps under the safety car, being this close to the finish. I'm not too sure.
We're going to have a mad dash.
I'm going to have a mad dash to the end, boys and girls there at home.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to about a 2 or 3 lap sprint.
I think so there, mate.
It's anybody's game.
Yeah.
I think Nodsty's probably got it safe, to be honest with you, from his current form, you have to say. Blue Dog's done an absolutely solid job in P2 at the moment. I ribbed him this morning, or for you this afternoon. I said, oh, you know, good luck. You'll have a podium here today, and he was giving me the nah, get out of here. And I was
Blue
like,
Dog.
no,
Yeah, that's what he
I've got
does,
your
though.
number. You've got podium here.
That's what he
and he's
does.
sat there at the moment. So he had a win in another league yesterday, I do know. So he's
Yeah, he
pretty
did
hyped
too.
about that. So.
Yep.
He's getting along well. Do solid job, obviously, in P2. Macedonian doing a great job as well in P3.
He certainly
Brilliant
is.
driver,
He
great
certainly
lad.
is.
And Blue Dog's old arch enemy in the Stig in 4th at the moment as well. So I'm sure the Stig's looking up the road, seeing Blue Dog, thinking, I remember these battles from last year.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a piece of this.
Exactly right. Well, I'm sure a
Casey
lot of
doing
them.
a good job as well in P6 at the moment, to be honest.
To be honest with you though, Housey, I'm sure a lot of the
Come
lads
from
will be
nowhere.
thinking the same thing. Like we did touch on before in the Discord. This is an invite only league. As the Darkness
Fall
Abyss.
of Cybertron. Is that Darkness Abyss?
No problem,
Is that Darkness
Darkness.
Abyss in the chat? Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah, that's
Got a
Darkness
connection
Abyss.
issue. Yeah, I thought so. So Izzy, you can't be in his car. We're on the safety car, so perfect time to do it. Let's have a quick look at these penalties while Skate's still sorting that out. So penalties at the moment, top 8 are all clear. We've got Kraken P9, 6 seconds, Cryotonic in 10th with 8 seconds, Darkness Abyss in 11th with 9 seconds, Black Moon, the reserve driver, in 12th. Doing a decent job as well for a reserve here, although he is a good racer, Black Moon. Races with no assists, no line, no nothing, so we have to give him a good props up for that. He's got my respect for sure. Johnny M4 in 13th for 3 seconds, Shaq in 14th for 3 seconds, Bozza in 15th for 3 seconds, and again, Brad Tays will not take into account, seeing as most of them was from him doing the right thing and moving out the way. So safety car still out, we're going to have another lap at least. Position changes, that Stig is leading the table here, 12 places.
Sorry, I was just paying a bit of homage to the chat there, and yes, Blue Burb, this is a PlayStation League only, and probably will only be
PlayStation? Do you have to pay? You mean a
PlayStation League only.
Or is it a pay?
And Bobton is there being a funny bugger saying at the moment, do not listen to Bobton. It has no aspirations to go probably on any other platform other than PlayStation.
He's on the dark side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him.
So, well, yeah, there you go. Anyway, we are about to resume racing very shortly, of course.
Hopefully we'll get it in this lap, and then we'll have what? 3-lap sprint. It should do, I would imagine so. We're going to have a 3-lap sprint. This is anybody's game, I would say, for the podium. Again, these top 8, they're all penalty free, so I can't see, even if the likes of Kraken, Cryotonics, Darkness Abyss, Black Moon, Johnny M4, Shaq Bozza can get up into the top 10. I can't see them staying there. So again, as you mentioned earlier, points all the way down to 20th, or all the way down to 16th in this case, since we've lost 4 runners. Not too bad though. I've seen a lot of league races lose a lot more drivers than this, so that just shows the class of these drivers out here today. Only losing the 4 at the moment in these tricky conditions.
Okay, so Darkness is still struggling to get in. I'll keep sending you invites, Darkness. Hopefully one of them works.
Safety car is in this lap, Skate.
Well, it says you're in the lobby. It says you've joined, but yeah, I can't send you another one if you're still in there, mate. So there is multiple. Maybe try leave and try jump in again. I'm not too sure, mate. But I can't re-invite you unless, well, you can't because it says that you're in the lobby for some unknown reason.
Oh, yeah. Doftus is in there saying that's just a Cody's bug.
There you go.
Thanks again to Cody's.
So,
great game you've made again, once again. But let's get back to the action.
There he is.
The safety car is in.
Yeah, gotta love your stuff there, Housey. But yes, anyway.
I hate Cody. Here we go.
Notsty goes and he's caught Blue Dog napping. Blue Dog would want to be careful. He's got Macedonian starting to make a move all over him here.
Yeah.
And that was a great restart. Let's have a look at Nat Hammer. Nat Hammer's going to have a bit of a dive. No, he thinks better of it and tucks in behind the Stig there, folks. Mr. Fury Strat is in between those 2 Monster Energy Racings. That is Hello Kitty Racing. There it is there. That fetching livery looks absolutely brilliant on Strat. extreme. And we're going to see a move down the back there. That is Shaq versus Johnny M4. And Shaq has got that job done. Fantastic move there. And these boys aren't giving us any respite. We have gone green on lap 25 of 27.
So Blue Dog and Notsty, the Team Rockstar boys, have managed to get a little bit of a gap. The battle is the Stig on Macedonia. He's looking to get that podium place. Team Jaguar versus Hello Kitty. That Hello Kitty's going to look great in night as well around Bahrain and Singapore.
Well, I think so there too, mate. And, well, there you go.
Hammer's picked up a penalty, so that's going to hamper his chances. He's currently 5th, but looking at the back of the Stig, but he did pick up a penalty. He's going to look for a move here, and that Hammer up the inside of the Stig. Is he going to go for it here? He is. Let's hope he's seen him. Oh, he's a bit tentative there. The Stig holds on at the moment. So it's as you were, Nodsty P1, Blue Dog P2. Boz has just made a move on Black Moon further down for P13. But the front three are still as they were. Macedonia's just gapped the Stig a little bit now.
Oh, we've got a couple of spinners. We have got a spinner. Black Moon is around. Black Moon is certainly around the reserve driver. Yes, he is. And he's fallen down the back of the field into P15. Not too sure what happened there, Housey, but he has lost a handful of positions as we're looking at Darkness Abyss and Shaq and Bozza. Bozza's having a look at that. Yes, he has. And Bozza gets the job done on Darkness Abyss before turn 1. Fantastic move.
Fury past Chasey in turn 2 as well. It was a close move, but kept it clean, so good driving from Fury and Chasey.
And Kyotonic just gets by 2-5 there. That is Team Monster Energy swapping positions from P9 and P10. 2-5 and Kyotonic, bit of a switcheroo. And there you go, Kyotonic has been released, and he's going to try to reel in the Kraken here. But yes, Nat Hammer, their pot 1 driver, is doing his bit up into P5. There he is there, and he's having a good look at the Stig. Yeah, no, this is lap 26 and 27, and no, he's thought better of it. Very wise driving.
He's going to get a good run. He's strong. I've watched him the last couple of laps. He's strong into this last sector. So I reckon he's going to make a move into this sort of long right-hand curve if he's close enough. He tried it last lap, but Stig managed to hold on. He's a little bit far back. This is going to be a bit too far back for a dive up this right-hander, I think. He's having a little look, but no, he's going to have to hold fire. It's going to be a last lap move for Nat Hammer, although he has got a penalty, so in all fairness, I don't think it's really worth making the move, personally, but that's just my opinion.
I'm having a look at also
still as they were.
Kyotonic, Chasey Dane, and the Kraken. Have a look how close they are there. Housey, and a nice little battle there from P7 right through down to P10, because you can call 2-5 a part of this one as well. And, well, there you go. It is only 0.2 of a second. No, he doesn't.
And Kraken and Kyotonic both got penalties, so it's looking good for Chasey. Although he's under pressure from Kyotonic.
He certainly is.
So we're on the final lap here. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, Nat Hammer having a good look at the Stig into turn 1. Sorry. I think Notsty has got this one in the bag. I think Blue Dog's got this one in the bag as well. I think Macedonia's pretty safe as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. I think the Stig's going to get P4 even if Nat Hammer gets him. But look at Fury. Where has Fury come from? Fury's on the back of Nat Hammer and the Stig. He is all over the back of him. He's come from nowhere, Fury.
He certainly has.
He has come from nowhere. We haven't spoke about him much in that Hello Kitty car, but he's come from nowhere. He's no penalty as well, so he's going to jump Nat Hammer. Bozza picks up another penalty. I am so surprised, by the way, that this hasn't dried up. Really am.
Yeah, me too.
Thrown me a curveball.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it hasn't rained for quite a while.
It stopped raining in what, like lap 8, 9, 10?
Yeah, these lads are still going around there out there on the inters, as you can see at home, folks. And, well, they're hanging on. Believe it or not, they are hanging on. But, yes, Nat Hammer on the last lap. Is he going to get the job done? He's going to send it. No, he's not. And he tucks in behind the Stig. And, well, it'll be crazy. But have a look at Fury. Fury's... Oh, that was so close. Fury's getting real racy. Oh, Fury's around. Fury's around. And there you go. He's down the order as well. But we'll go back up to the top.
Yeah,
because Team Rockstar Racing. Rockstar Racing will take their first victory here in France at Formula 4 Racing. A 1-2 to P1 to Blue Dog, to Nodsty, excuse me, P2 to Blue Dog, and P3 from Hello Kitty is Macedonian, P4 the Stig, Team Jaguar, P5 Monster Energy Racing in Nat Hammer.
3 in a row.
And there you go. Well,
Chasey Dane 2-5, also in that Monster Energy. So their Monster Energy team's got 5th, 6th and 7th. Kraken's finished in 8th, Shaq in 9th, Johnny M4 in 10th, Bozza in 11th, Kyotonics in 12th. Fury, after that late drama, is back in 13th.
Yeah.
That was a mistake from Fury. He should have kept out of that one because Nat Hammer had a penalty. All he had to do was sit there. So it's easy to say from this point of view, but personally I think I would have sat back from that one. But anyway, our reserve driver of Black Moon is going to finish 14th. As I get a trophy, I like to watch. I do like to watch. You're right, Cody. Well done.
So we'll go through this, of course. The game gives it... Oh, you know what I forgot to do there, Housey? I didn't do my driver of the day.
Driver poll.
Yes, I forgot the driver of the day poll. Well, there you go. I am rusty. I do apologise, folks.
Stig was up most places. So
oh, he can get... We'll give it... Let the game give it to him this week, of course.
To be honest with you, I think it's a close battle. Yeah, I mean, again, between Stig and I think we've got to tip our hat to Blue Dog as well in second, picking up a podium. Pot 3 driver. He had a good solid race, and Macedonian as well. So we did have some great drives.
Have some great drives, yeah. It's one to think about anyway. We're not going to decide that now anyway. We will get the top 3 in for a driver interview, but we will do these timing screens as we always do, folks. And, well, there you go. Nodsty with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1 minute 40.222. There you go. So we'll just wait for them to tick over so the stewards can do their thing. We'll go all the way down to the bottom as well, folks. We'll just wait for them to tick over. I will go on a quick pause and we will get these drivers in for a driver interview, guys. Just bear with us while I get Nodsty, Blue Dog and Macedonian.
What about? Nice job, Blue.
Okay, so Nodsty has just joined. We'll see if the other boys want to join. Blue Dog has just joined, and we will wait for Macedonian. There you go. Macedonian has just joined as well. Give me 1 second, folks. I've got to get the inaugural champ. He wants a bit of airtime, so we'll chuck him an invite. There he is there. So, we will start off with our 3rd place man, and that would be Macedonian. Well, I'll tell you what, Masso, you did it. You got it up there. You fought through that. That qualifying where I do believe you qualified around about P9, and to finish, come home in 3rd, mate. Well, that's a whole great handful of points for you and Team Hello Kitty Racing there, mate. Well done.
Yeah, that's it. Got to make a statement early.
Yes.
Get some points on the board nice and early as well. I really wanted to give my French wet setup a go, and it definitely paid off.
Oh, there you go, mate. You were phenomenal when the conditions were tricky at best. You were just picking them off one by one. So whatever you did there, mate, worked an absolute treat. It was absolute pleasure watching you, you carve your way through that field in that fetching livery, mate. That Hello There Kitty livery is absolutely beautiful on stream. So you should be...
pink. It's stunning, isn't it?
You should be proud of your efforts today, mate, on your P3. Congratulations. Great drive. Well done, mate.
Yeah, well, thanks, Gav. Cheers, boys.
No worries, mate. We'll go to P2. P2, man. Well, I tell you what. Rockstar. If Rockstar's any name for a team, these two boys drove like rockstars today. But we're going to the 2nd place man, and that is Blue Dog. Blue Dog to bring it home in P2. I know you're going to say you weren't expecting that, but I tell you what, mate. Wet Grand Prix. You come into your own when the stuff starts falling from the sky, and there you go, mate. P2. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for that. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, mate, not a problem.
Yep.
Yep, good. That was a tough race. I was quite stunned to even get into Q3, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't really have 2 sets of tyres left. So So I was just praying for wet weather because if I had to start on the softs that I had, yeah, it would have been a different story, I reckon.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But yeah, I was certainly feeling the heat when I had Shaq, Masso and Beans like right on my hammer.
Yeah.
And then I think those safety cars sort of, helped me out a bit. And unfortunately, Shaq spun in front of me under the safety car, so that sort of gave me a little bit of a, push up behind, up the leaderboard. And then the last safety car, I just tried to, the last two, I sat behind Nodsty and just tried to follow him and stay as close as possible to him and hold back anyone who might threaten the lead.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Great race.
Challenge.
Well, I tell you what, Blue Dog, you're a pot 3 driver, and you've come second in this Grand Prix, mate. All credit to you. That was a phenomenal race from yourself there, buddy. And
Is that extra points?
Podium, as I told you.
sorry.
Is that extra points?
no extras,
Oh, right.
no extras, but just
Okay.
just a well done and a pat on the back from us there, Blue Dog. Congratulations on your
No
second
worries.
position.
That's enough for me. Thanks, boys.
Well done there, son. But we'll move to the inaugural Grand Prix winner of Formula 4 Australia. Well, I tell you what, I've got a bit of history with this lad. When I was introduced to him and he impressed, he won on his debut. And he's come here on his debut at Formula 4 and he's won again. And I tell you what, you're no stranger to these podiums, mate. But another quality drive from you. And I tell you what, folks, this fella Nodsty in Team Rockstar, he's definitely one to watch out for. Congratulations on another great drive, mate. Well done.
Oh, I appreciate it. No, it was a very interesting race with the whole weather and stuff, because half the race I had Jeff in my ear telling me that it's almost time for dries, and then I couldn't decide, and I was stressing, and that's why it took so long to pit, because I was waiting to see if it got dry, and yeah, I had to go in because it was like 85%, I think, on my front left.
Wow,
So,
there you go.
yeah.
There you go. So struggling at the best, but mate, I tell you what, you showed your class even when it was green conditions. Straight after a safety car restart, before you knew it, you built up your lead again, and away you went. Just head and shoulders above the field. This particular Grand Prix, there were a couple of guys that was probably eye-raising to yourself as well. Your competition, for example, one Slick Mofo out of position a little bit there, and even Shaq out of position. So, there you go. With those two boys out of position, you just put your head down, did what you do best, and headed for that finish line. And, there you go. A race winner here at Formula 4 Racing.
Yeah, I was quite surprised with them, and then I had Shaq behind me, and then he spun under the safety car, and I was like, well, alright then, see you later.
Yeah, that's right.
It's pretty good, and Blue Dog did great to get that in second. Fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we are brand new. We are the new kids on the block here the league isn't, but the Aussie boys certainly are to this fantastic, brilliant, unique league. And you can catch us this time next week on the same channel, folks. There will be a bit of a rolling start depending on how this maintenance schedule goes. Of course, we're all across that on the F1 2021 world. But we do hope you've enjoyed that quality racing that we've so much enjoyed bringing to you. And we do hope you can come back to us next week. But for us, for now, we are Formula 4 Racing. Goodbye.